Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Back at it again in the factory game. Last time, we started work on this big iron rod factory. Only could build about half of it because we ran out of materials and I ran out of time. So today we'll hopefully be able to finish that, as well as all the parts for the Phase 3 of the space elevator. So we've got quite a bit left to go for that. It doesn't look like it from the progress bars, but it takes a long time to make this stuff. And we did not quite get as far as we wanted to last time. But go ahead and see what we can do about making some more computers. We only have to make another 20 of these. So we do need to have 20 computers. We have almost enough heavy modular frames, but we've been making a ton of those, so that's not going to be a problem. We're going to need to make a bunch more circuit boards and automated wiring, which was what was tripping us up for a while until we started working on some of this other stuff right here, making stators. We have to go get some more copper wire, so that's going to be a whole thing we got to do, but we'll get it done. Hello, Kurt. Good to see you. Don't know where everybody else is, but it's always good to have you in here. Right, so these are going to go right on in there. Let's go check out our copper wire situation. Yeah, we've got something. Guess we'll go build some of this up. Yeah, Saturday evening at 8:20 local time is probably not the best time for streaming, but I wanted to make sure I did something today because did not think I would not have time for the entire rest of today, but that's just how it goes. I know what you're referencing. I'm not doing a hot tub stream. We're absolutely not doing that. Yeah, just make sure this is loaded up reasonably well. I'm going to keep... oh, okay, I'll keep one stack of this. I didn't realize I already had some. But we want to make stators. We're going to have those anyway, so that's fine. And then this here is supposed to be cables. And we already know... oh, I can just pop these in here. It's not going to be a problem, because I know we're making plenty more over here. Yep, we'll just go ahead and grab all these, just so we have those on hand. Yeah, but the biggest problem we're going to run into is these computers, which is what's currently being made here. No, circuit boards, I'm sorry, are being made here. Got to make some more copper sheets, and that's what is being made here, except we don't have any copper to go into it, because we ended up getting pretty much all of that harvested already. So that's going to be a fun thing for us to figure out. Take the literal last of my money. Okay, alright. Thanks, but don't do that. If you get paid tomorrow, that's good, though. I cannot endorse you spending all of your money on me. That is, you got to take care of yourself, bud. But I do appreciate the support, as always. I don't think there's any more copper over here. That's iron. Okay, there's a tiny bit. Tiny bit, because we were making those Fixmas ornaments, but I don't think we're going to be finishing this. At least not anytime soon. So now I just have to be able to see if there's a way for me to grab any more of these copper bars here. So we might end up having to just manually harvest some copper ore. Unless there's some of these things just hanging around somewhere. And that's Deuterium. So that's not what we're looking for. And this was smelting some iron. We don't really need any iron right now. That's an impure node anyway. So I guess we'll just come over here like we had done before and just mine some of this stuff. See what we... Oh, it's impure. Never mind. That's going to be a huge waste of time. Do I have any copper hiding anywhere over here? Because this is making... No, actually, I do not. I'm not going to have anything over here. Well, while we're over here, we might as well go ahead and grab part of a stack of these heavy modular frames, because we do need to have those. Then I guess we got to go figure out how we're going to get the rest of everything else. Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong machine. Oh, I got Wait, hold on. Did I did. I did a dumb here. These are making the modular engines. This is not what needed the oh, well, I don't even remember what I just picked up. Heavy modular frames. This is what I wanted. Adaptive control units. Don't know why I couldn't figure that out. The automated wiring coming in is good. Circuit boards, plastic is not going to be a problem because it's coming in here. But the copper sheets are going to be the issue that we had. Alright, so that works. We might have to set up another one of those copper miners here in a sec. I didn't want to have this whole mess over here set up that way, but I guess we're probably going to need to do that. For the time being, though, we can go ahead and put a couple of those pocket miners, or whatever that thing's called. Portable miners. Close enough. And just to let those auto mine while we're here. Yep, that's how that's how income works all the time, isn't it? It's like, oh, I'm getting paid, I'm gonna have so much money, and then you do your math about, all right, well, I got this bill, this bill, this bill. Like, all right, well, now I don't have any money anymore. It's the way it goes. Yeah, if your financial situation's like that, please do not send me money. I don't want you to be in a bad spot because you sent me stuff. Although I do always appreciate it. That is the last thing I want, is for someone to be in a financial pickle because they're sending me super chats on YouTube. All right, let's put some of these guys down here, because I do not want to bother building a whole thing, because this is going to get covered up anyway. But for the time being, we can just go ahead and let these guys do their thing. Well, at least you won't starve. That's good. It's nice to have support system. One of the best models in the game. Are you talking about the portable miner? Yeah, it is a pretty good one, isn't it? Yeah, especially when it's actually operating. Maybe they did that because that's one of the first things you actually make in the game that actually works. It's got a lot of little detailed movements, like even the little legs and stuff. It's good stuff. So let's I guess just go ahead and make our way over here to do completely unnecessary multitasking steps because I can't commit to just making stuff. Well, that's fine. Yeah, the startup animation's great. Really, anything in the game involving moving parts, if you pay attention to it, you're going to notice a whole lot of really great detail that's gone into it. They have done a tremendous job making this a very entertaining game, not only to play, but to watch people play. There's so much detail you can find. So we need to make copper sheets, and we get 22. I'm going to have to set up a factory for this, and it's going to make me so mad because I don't have room for it. I don't even know where the closest copper node is that isn't right here that we're not already using. I probably have it on the map, actually. I should probably look at that. We'll figure it out. What is my purpose? Oh, it's like that Rick and Morty bit. Where, I guess... Oh, I didn't even have to make the sheets. I could have just put... Alright, okay. Well, I can put these things in here, and then they'll go into make the circuit boards. I guess it's time now to take a look at the map, see... oh, I've got a lot of these things, huh? Crates, crates, crates. I got these crates everywhere. So I know these are the purple power slugs. I guess I didn't really mark... That's the drop pod that needs 35 motors. Trains going over here, oil fields, yep, that's the train station. I thought I had marked somewhere that I had good good stuff available to go grab. Normal irons over there. Alright. So that means we get to scan for copper. Why are the train stations in Dutch? I could not even begin to tell you, because I don't know. I think that's just the default names that come up. The Rick's super chatting. I mean, maybe. But I didn't name this. I didn't name the stations. That's the default things. Okay, well this truck station, I can't remember who suggested that. I feel like that's definitely something you would have you would have said. But no, is that Dutch though? Because I know Coffee Stain is a Swedish company. But that seems like a Dutch name. You were the truck station. Yep. Oh, and I already, man, I forgot what direction. I think it's this direction where the other copper node is. Yeah, let's try this. If this is a normal or a pure, then I think we're going to have to set something up here. Okay, normal. That's fine. So we'll just grab this. Yeah, so this is, I guess, in a pretty decent spot for us to build on. But I'm already trying to finish that one factory, and we got so much stuff going on. I really should be focusing on getting the space elevator phase complete before I do too much of anything else. I mean, I don't even want to go on Twitter. I certainly don't want to talk about it here. I know you do, but way too much people just being complete idiots on there. For my taste, I don't know. I think you probably enjoy that a whole lot more than I do. Why do I have an odd number of copper ore if this thing gives 2 at a time? Okay, that's probably from the thing that I grabbed off the top. Yeah, am I going to have enough to make a miner over here? I guess we'll have to check. Oh, I am absolutely extremely aware. Because I am terminally online. Such is the life of a millennial in the digital age. Do I have enough to make a Mark II? If I just grabbed some of these modular frames, then yes. I wish they'd do something with these S's. Because it's annoying having something that's not picked up, but I'm not going to take them and put them in a box somewhere and forget about them. Alright. Well, the good news is, I now no longer have to actually make the sheets. I can just dump those in that thing, because I forgot I had the ability to do that. Tell jokes to pass the time. Yeah, what you got? First time in the live stream, love your videos. Is that Vinicius? Or is it a hard C, not a soft C sound? But anyway, appreciate you being here. Water is good. But for the record, since this is your first time in the live stream, they're not super like the videos. It's a lot more laid back, a lot more chat integration. Why is that open? Okay, a lot more talking with you guys in live time instead of actually accomplishing too much. So if the pace of play is slower than you're used to, well, that's why, because we're taking advantage of our ability to enjoy each other's company here. I don't think I understand that joke, but I can appreciate the spirit in which it is presented. Hey, Roy. If you had a shovel, you could bury those alien devices. Yeah, I wish I could. Terraforming in this game would be awesome. Would be absolutely amazing. But I think I can appreciate why they don't let you do that, because the entire game world is allegedly handmade, and they've intentionally made everything the way it is. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to get some stuff to make more, what do you call it? Miners. So I can go ahead and do some copper. There we go. Got 10 of those. Let's grab our portable miners here. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and pick these guys up. Okay, I got my fingers on the wrong buttons. There we go. Do I have... I do not. I got rid of that thing. At one point I had a furnace to make the what do you call it? Wait, I can just build another one of those. What am I sitting here worrying about it? Smelter. I'm sorry, not a furnace. I don't have iron rods. That's the entire problem that I've been having, is that I don't have rods, and that's why I've been running around doing all this. Okay, smelter. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I would love to have terraforming, but I'd kind of be afraid to see what kind of changes that would make to the game that might not be what people actually want. All right, let's see. Put that there. Do I have a power? I do. That works. And conveyor belt there. Set this to copper ingots. Copper ore, I'm sorry. Then we can load that thing up. So at the very least, we don't have to worry about it's taken 800 years. Let's overclock that. If I had another overclocker, I could do a little bit faster. But this, at the very least, will slightly automate this process. Judging gaze on your messages. You can say what you want. Hey, Cruisin' Jay. Having dinner and enjoying. That sounds like a nice, relaxing... Well, where I am, it's Saturday evening. I don't know what time zone you're in. Terraforming would be a plus like Hydroneer. I need to play that at some point. I watched all the Let's Game It Out videos, and of course, he is not a good example of how to correctly play games, but he is very entertaining. Kind of late here? Yeah, it's well into the early morning, so I hope you don't have anything else going on tomorrow that you're going to be in danger of missing by sitting here watching, but it's always good to have you here. And the rest of you in chat that aren't saying hello, good to see you as well, even if you're not going to say hi. Alright, so I got circuit boards. Let's pop these in here. Really got to get this done as fast as we can. So we're holding ourselves behind all sorts of other stuff. Computers. I was going to automate those, and then I didn't. Because I figured that would be too much of a pain in the butt, but I'm going to have to do it eventually anyway. Computers. I should know these recipes by heart at this point. Okay, circuit boards and plastic. Yeah, we can make those. I can just go ahead and take all the circuit boards I just put in here. Actually, just make all of those into computers. That sounds like a smart idea. Take a whole stack of plastic. Why not? Let's make some computers. That's an interesting way to word that. A friend who refuses to marry me is coming so we can work on her confidence and get a massage. Well, that sounds like an interesting interpersonal dynamic you've got going on there. Am I already out of screws again? Alright, let's go grab a stack of screws from our stack of screws repository here. Yeah. If I can ever figure out how to have like adequate amounts of free time to just try new games and actually get far enough in them to decide if it's worth making videos or streams or whatever, I would like to do Hydroneer. But we'll see what happens. I got plenty of other stuff on my plate. Very, very, very busy time with my real-life obligations these past couple weeks, and probably for the next month or two. But I am gonna attempt. I don't know when, but I'm gonna attempt to get water beepers going again, because the Iron Teeth one is pretty much at the point where it needs to end. But I don't know how to wrap it up yet. Well, it's nice you can have people in your life like that. I think it's very important to have platonic friendships with people of the opposite sex. I know some people don't think that's possible. All right, well, you can think what you want to think. I'm not here to tell you that. But I find myself having a lot of very good friendships with women. platonically. The other half of that is I end up just not ever dating anybody, but that's fine. Yeah. Plenty of other stuff to occupy my time with. I mean, you can share your opinion freely. I don't know if you necessarily want to, depending on what it is. But I do try to make sure that people don't get too pissed off in my chats. So I can't control what other people are going to think about what you have to say. But you're allowed to think what you want. Alright, so why can I not make any... Oh, okay, I was missing one piece of plastic. Alright, but I've got 8 computers. I needed to have, I think it was 20 to make the rest of these. Yeah, but I can go ahead and put 10 of those in there. Yeah, I need to make 10 more computers. Okay. I need to have... I think, is it a full stack? Is 50 automated wiring? Yes, it is. Okay. So I need to have 150 automated wiring. I think. Math is so hard. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to get another stack of these. I think we'll just make a bunch more of this stuff. Did they finally run out of copper? Yes, they did. I need to automate all this. Yes, I know. We'll get there, friends. People who don't have friends of the opposite sex are literally missing out on being able to view things objectively because of their own inability to see things from both. Yes, 100%. Again, my opinions, but that is, I think that's a very important thing that too many people get wrapped up in whatever reasons behind not wanting to do it, and you miss out on a lot of really valuable perspective. Also, your other point, yes, I think I would agree with that. But at the same time, I don't know that it's necessarily fair to automatically assume that that's the case if someone says that. I don't know. Again, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life or think. That's completely up to you. But I know that ever since I've modified my mindset about how to approach interpersonal relationships, it has drastically improved my life. Talking to people from different perspectives, different backgrounds, different belief systems, different stations in life, etc. In my experience, it has only served to improve the way that I look at the world and develop appreciation for other people. Today was a good day. No, it's not that rare that I agree with you. Like, some stuff, yeah, definitely not. But no, by and large, no, we always have a good time talking to each other. And I appreciate that. All right, get this one more circuit board. See how many more of these. Because if I can get all the computers out of the way and then go do something else, then we're going to be in good shape. Because I know I'm going to forget. And then we got to check and see why the modular engines have stalled. Because I thought I had that set up correctly so that they can just keep on going. Okay, so whatever is coming into here is not... Oh, it's the rubber. Okay, so that's probably... We come take a look up here. The input, or I guess the output from this is... it's clogged with fuel. And we should have rubber in here because I'm pretty sure I turned that back on. Yes. Okay, so we gotta take the fuel out of here because they are clogging up something fierce. Yeah, we just need to move all the rubber out this way, and then figure out some other better system for getting rid of fuel. Main SSD died and is completely undetectable. Lost all my beavers. Oh, that's a shame. Recovery software. Okay, I see. I don't know about solid state. I know if you have mechanical hard drives and those fail. I gotta keep playing while I'm talking to you or else we're never getting anything done. But I know mechanical hard drives, sometimes you can replace the logic boards on those. And then as long as the platters spin, data can be recovered. But solid state stuff, I'm not entirely sure if it's always going to be recoverable. So I should also preface this with I am not like A+ certified or whatever computer technology, whatever, but I've been around it for a while, so I can think of a couple things you might want to try, but I can't guarantee that anything's going to fix anything. Is this a laptop or desktop or whatever? And do you have another port for it to plug into? If it's SATA, do you have another cable? Can you plug it into another part of the motherboard? If it's NVMe, do you have another slot to put in it? Are you sure that the drive itself is dead and not just the connector on the motherboard or whatever? Because sometimes those ports can fail or whatever for reasons that I probably am not going to be able to explain. But I've had some success putting stuff in a different computer, or just plugging it into a different controller or whatever, and that it's been accessible that way. But outside of that, I really am not sure about the actual data recovery from solid state stuff. Like, I had a problem with the memory cards for, I think it was the one I was using, my 3D printer. I guess it got short-circuited or something, and of course, once that happens, like, you're never getting anything off of that. But I know there's avenues to do that. I just don't know about consumer available utilities that don't involve somebody in like a lab with some sort of specialized hardware. Thought the games had cloud saving. Yeah, by default, Timberborn I think does if you play it through Steam, but you can buy it. At one point, at least, I know you could buy it off of, not on Steam, on some other service or whatever, and then obviously you're not going to have the Steam cloud saving if you're not using it through Steam. But I've never had any problems not being able to get to Timberborn stuff because it is always backed. I didn't even know it was doing this until I got on a different computer, and then it was, oh, hey, you can open your same files from your computer that's 2,000 miles away. I was like, oh, this is cool. But that would be the first place to check, I would think, if you can get to Beavers. I know Minecraft, at least the Java edition, the quote-unquote original old-school Minecraft, that was all entirely local-based on the app data folder or whatever. I don't know about the newer, what's it called, Bedrock or whatever, the thing Microsoft's trying to get everybody to get on. But, yeah, Minecraft stuff is, like, infamous for being completely unrecoverable because it's all local storage. I mean, I kind of do hate Bedrock because it's not what I started playing 12 years ago. I haven't played in years. But that was part of the fun of the Minecraft, like the very beginning part of it was how customizable it was, and that you could just download mod packs and edit textures and stuff extremely easily without having to go through some other kind of service thing. But I think, from a business perspective, even though I despise what they've done, I can understand why they would do that. It's like the same thing Paradox... I need to play the game. It's like the same thing Paradox has done with Cities Skylines 2. They wanted to unify the console players and the PC players and run stuff through their own native, whatever you want to call it. Which, alright, hey, business perspective, it makes perfect sense. But from a having fun playing the game in the original spirit in which it was intended perspective, it absolutely sucks. Hey, Devilish. Tried new cables and ports, bought a dock in hopes of saving stuff. I'd have to start. Yeah, if you've already tried all that, unfortunately, I don't think I have anything else I can suggest you try. New Steam stuff I might be able to get again as soon as I can get new Windows on my PC. I think you can get... Oh, man, it's been so long since I've tried this. But you can, without owning a Windows license, you can download the ISO. You can install Windows and use it without paying for a license, and it will still work. Like, from Microsoft, unless they've changed this. Because that's what I'd done forever, and you just have the stupid activate Windows in the corner thing. Is like, oh, you have to... unless you have it activated with a serial number, then you don't have to... You're not going to be able to change backgrounds, this, that, and the other specific things are disabled, so it's annoying, so you pay for the license. Card Survival Tropical Island. I am not familiar with that. Kind of sort of maybe get Microsoft trying to make it playable across all platforms. Yeah, again, it makes sense from a multiplayer... I'm so bad at not playing the game. I'm not bad at not playing the game. I'm very good at not playing the game, but I'm bad about not playing the game while I'm talking about stuff. But to me, the most fun part of Minecraft, back when it was new, and everyone was like getting really excited about, oh hey, we're gonna start a Minecraft server, and starting a Minecraft server literally meant, hey, you find the sweatiest, like most unwashed nerd you know, and say, hey, you're gonna host this Minecraft server for us because you know how to set up port forwarding on your router, and then they do it, and you have a good time, and you play together, and you do all these fun things with other people. So the social aspect, in my opinion, of Minecraft that made it so compelling. But now that everything in the past, well, 15 years has shifted so much toward everyone just being terminally online, I can't really do those social games that much anymore because it's a constant pressure of, oh, well, you're not on here as much as somebody else, so what you do doesn't matter, or somebody passes you or whatever, and then it's not any fun because you feel like you can't accomplish anything. Versus a single player game like this is all me. It's just me doing this, and of course it's live stream, so you guys are talking to me while we're doing this, but it's not the same as, oh, I played an hour of Minecraft yesterday, but my friend who's unemployed and terminally like unable to sleep was on here for 16 hours and got to the end game and beat the Ender Dragon and built this huge thing or whatever. And now it's not fun because I feel like I can't contribute anything of value. And then it's like, all right, that's why I stopped playing it. Devilish, why are you deleting Kurt's messages? Playing games with people you don't know is incredibly exhausting. Yes. Yeah, I can't do public servers of multiplayer games like that. I tried a couple, and I just couldn't do it. Am I seriously out of smart plating? I can't be out of smart plating. I thought we did the math. I need to make 95 more of these, so I need to have. Oh man, now I got to do math. I need 95. So I need to have 100 and. Oh yeah, okay, that's 190 because that's what. Okay. Yes, doing math by remembering the proof of Everclear on the liquor bottle. Yes, I promise. I promise it's not a problem. But yeah, I need to make 100. I need to make 189 more smart plates. All right, I think I can do that. It's just going to take a long time. AWM, good to see you. Let's turn this back on. 2 per minute. I need to make 190. Oh my god, it's going to take another hour and a half to do this. Okay, we're absolutely not playing that game. Another hour and a half of these stupid things going off. Have you thought about hiring 4-year-old children to make them? Smart plates? Why do that when I have, I got these machines? Oh no! Oh, this is gonna screw everything up. Because I have all these rotors I'm pumping into the motor. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. I made this spaghetti. I have to deal with it. We just got to get this going in here. I'm going to have to make more rotors, which I can't make because I don't have rods, and I don't have rods because I can't make the factory to make the rods because I don't have enough stuff to make the factory to make the rods. Yeah, that's exactly why this hasn't happened yet. Good lord, what is happening in there? We got so many motors. Look at this. I got a stack of 50 of these. I need to make 95 more modular engines, which means I need, another 100-something motors. I have 50 in here. I got all these on the belt. How many do I have in here? 4. Okay. All right, so that's not really a thing then, I guess. I'm going to pause this so we can, that's where all of my wire went. So I was using stators for that too. Okay. All right, let's check and see how we're doing here making our stators. All right, that's looking fine. Automated wiring. We need cables, which I have a stack of here. I think in terms of how this is set up, we're probably okay. How many do I have in the output? 15. I need to have 150. Well, I guess technically 145 or whatever it ends up math working out to be. So we should be okay. I just need to go get some more cables. Alright, there we go. We'll just pump this thing full of those cables. Yeah, I feel like oxygen not included, for me to actually be able to invest enough time to make what I would consider to be quality content on it, I would basically have to do nothing but play video games. Like, I'd have to quit my other job, which I can't do because I am one of the only people that works there. I would have to not sleep, which I can't do because I need sleep, and I would have to stop uploading videos, which I can't do because now that is a incredibly large portion of how I pay for my bills. So here we are. That's a game that's going to require a whole lot more attention than I can fairly give it. All right, so that's working there, trying to make as many of these automated wirings as we can. We need to make more circuit boards, and I'm pretty sure this is stopped because I don't have enough. Yeah, I don't have enough copper sheets, and I don't have that because I ran out of copper ore, and I ran out of copper ore because I took this off here because I was going to build a what do you call it here, and I didn't do that. Well, the good news is I have materials to, I guess, start building stuff. We'll see what we can get to. Alright. I thought about getting into Frostpunk. I don't know. I think probably the easiest way to... Wait, I don't have... Seriously, I don't have concrete? Alright, let's go all the way back. Probably the easiest way to explain it is I'm in this kind of weird spot right now where I don't really have the time, in theory, to be devoting to putting a video up every single day, but I keep doing it because the games that I'm currently playing, I can usually do... I can play for an hour and have a video and it's fine. I don't have to spend like 3 straight days learning something new and then uploading whatever. That's part of the reason why I haven't gotten into water beavers. Or back into water beavers yet, because it's going to take me so much time to figure it out. I got enough other stuff going on in my life that I literally cannot afford to spend all day, every day playing games and making videos. And I am not going to put out a terrible video just so I have something out. And that's another thing. I hate wasting people's time. And I don't want to make stuff that people are going to think is a waste of their time. I think we kind of went over this last time we had a stream, but I feel like wasting somebody's time is one of the most disrespectful things you can do. Obviously, there are other things that are materially much more harmful to someone, but I would never want someone to tell me, "Wow, quit wasting my time," because that's gonna make me feel really bad. Because you only have so much of it. You got to be able to use it wisely. So I got to decide. What direction this is going to end up facing. And then that's going to be built into the side of the thing there. I guess I also could have checked out what the height of all this was going to end up being. But it's fine. It'll work. How far out can I go here before it starts to... Yeah, okay, yep, that's that. That's going to be a problem. So that's going to have to go up there. Man, if this was just a tiny bit higher... Like, I know it's just a never-ending cycle of, okay, we'll just keep raising it a tiny bit, and then that you end up not solving anything, because then you can't build anything else. Water beaver seems unnecessarily complicated. I mean, yeah, it is, but that's also kind of explicitly the point, is that it's supposed to be hard. But now the problem is the audience for the Timberborn videos keeps growing and growing and growing, and with that come some of the people that are always going to have some sort of negative thing to say about how you play the game. And I don't want to feel like those people are wasting their time watching my videos. When in reality, I should not care. If someone leaves a comment says, "Wow, what a waste of time, you care about this game," I should either tell them to go whatever themselves or just ignore the comment, but I can't. Because I care about the people that watch my videos. I probably shouldn't, I don't know. From a purely business perspective, treating it like a transactional thing, which I also don't like, and that's another aspect of the whole YouTube thing that I'm not really comfortable with. I like the community aspect. I want it to be, if people are watching my videos, I want it to be something they enjoy and something they feel is worth their time. That's part of the reason I don't put mid-roll ads in my live streams while they're streaming, because that's stupid. You're here to connect to people, and you shouldn't just randomly throw you to an ad in the middle of a sentence, or if we're doing something on stream you might not get to watch again. I feel like that's incredibly not what I should be doing with this. I don't know. Probably why I'm never going to be rich. I'm never going to shill some garbage supplements or a crappy VPN that sells your data to some foreign government or whatever. Because I want there to be a worthwhile social experience doing this stuff. So I don't know. I'm always going to value people over money. Might make me poor for my entire life, but I'll feel better about myself. Oh, is this facing the correct way? It is. Oh, I did such a good job with this. That is going to be too close to do that, but I think I can do... I think I can get away with it on these two right here. Okay, that's... I guess I should do a... yeah, we'll do the 1 meter foundation. Yeah, remember the time when I said I wasn't going to get distracted so we could finish their space elevator thing, and here I am trying to build a whole factory with no actual, like, progress being made. Alright, now, how far... This is going to have to start going up right about here. That thing's going to be there. Is this going to be... Okay, you know what? This might actually work out. Is that going to have a... Ooh, look at us go. Look at us go. This can be the truck station right here. All right, now I got to read chat before I get too far behind. Some people just want to cause grief. Yep. And I don't know. I find myself caring way too much about people's opinions of me specifically and things that I make. It's part of the reason why I oftentimes end up just not sharing stuff that I produce, because I feel like people aren't going to like it. I don't know, stupid excuse, whatever. Just go ahead, be weird, because the people who matter don't mind, and the people who mind don't matter, or whatever the saying goes. I don't know. Part of the human experience is dealing with stuff like that. Oh, man, really? Really? It's gonna... Okay. I guess this is okay to come all the way down like this. Or maybe I shouldn't worry about putting a truck station on this. Maybe I should just shut up and just build this ramp like this. Or... Oh, wait, no, I can just delete one or two of these. And see if that's going to work out. I think that's going to be the play. Can I get away with that? Yeah, that is... Oh, nope, nope, that has to come to here. That's why I had that. Oh, man, I promise I know what I'm doing. Kind of. That's not steep enough. Let's get mad. Okay. If I do the 2 meter ramp, I feel like is... Well, now this says 4 meters. I don't know why they named it that, because it's just the 2 meters stacked on top of each other. But if I did that, it's not going to have enough space. Oh, what a problem. What a problem to have. I guess now... All right. I always do this. I always do this. And I need to stop being like this. But I think if I can get this to go up one more height without it snapping to anything. Oh no, there's an easy way to do that. I just put a 1 meter. What is all this stuff? Okay, 1 meter foundation on top of that. Oh, stupid thing is in zoop mode. I really ought to turn that off for part of this. Then I just build off of this one higher thing, assuming it can actually snap to something. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's put that there. Then I can build everything else on top of that. And if the what do you call it can still... Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. If that thing can still snap to it, then we're good, and I can just solve all my other problems that way. All right. Let's find out. if I can remember where to click on this stuff. All right. It still snaps, so we are in good shape, folks. So then I will just build the rest of this floor out like so. We'll get everything done, and we'll be in very good shape. And I still won't be any closer to having the space elevator things done. Found out this week I took the wrong chem course. Oh, no. That is the worst feeling. I did that in college. All right, story time. So when I entered University Name Redacted in the year 2010, I was told that taking a specific class on the honors level would count for 2 semesters of non-honors level coursework. And I needed 2 semesters to fulfill that degree requirement, so I took the honors class. And then 3 years later, I find out that I was told incorrect information by an academic advisor whose full-time job was to tell me what classes to take. I was told the wrong information, and now I would have to take freshman-level English as a 4th or 5th year senior, which was garbage because that's a huge waste of time when you're later into your degree program. And I was like, oh my God. So then I took it online, which was also a huge pain. But it's like, I don't have time to spend 3 hours a week sitting in a classroom to have a subject that I aced 5 years ago just to get the credit. So then I just ended up doing that. And not only that, you got to pay for it again. It's such a pain. Original degree path became obsolete. Yeah, I feel you on that one. The less you care about what people think, the happier you'll be. Yeah, that is evergreen advice. Unfortunately, my brain is diseased and does not recognize it. Even though I know that's how it's supposed to work. I can't force myself to get past that. Make it steeper. I'd rather not, honestly. I need to check where the positioning of this is. Oh, don't tell me this isn't going to work now. Okay, we're not playing this game. No. No siree. Okay. I think what I'm going to have to do... I think it's because it can't reach all the... Okay, you guys saw this, right? You saw this, right? This literally just worked. And now it's telling me I can't do it. Can you comment on people's comments which I deem to be trolls and haters? Hey, you can do what you want. I would encourage you not to be, like, nasty back to people. And also know that some specific people are coming from a place of actually legitimately wanting me to improve. They're not trying to be mean. Some people just come across that way. But I'm not here to tell you that you can or cannot respond to people's comments. I just... From the official endorsement perspective, in terms of me, like, trying to tell you to do something, I can't suggest that you be nasty to people. I don't want to. But you're free to do what you want. It's so close. Skip the trucks and use a track instead. Are you talking about like the conveyor belt? I think that's probably going to be the right move. I'm just wasting time at this point, honestly. I just need to get this to actually make stuff. Man, this really... Oh, this bugs me so much. I'm not crazy, right? Like, this was latching onto this just a moment ago. That is such a pain. So I'm going to have to... I need it to go underneath. After all that, too. We spent all this time doing this. I make sarcastic comments sometimes when I'm being playful, but some people don't get my sense. Well, I understand, though. Like, because you've been on here long enough, and you've contributed enough to the discourse where I can understand where you're coming from. I need to stop gesturing with my hands that you can't see. But I understand where you're coming from, and I don't ever see your comments that way. Because you've been here long enough, and you've contributed enough for me to understand your specific voice when you're making stuff like that. So, you're completely fine. Another example of that is our friend Dr. Alex. I know is not in here. But sometimes his comments can come off at surface level as him being like mad or frustrated that I'm not doing something, but I know he's coming from a place of actually wanting me to do something good. And sometimes it's hard for me to look past whatever. But I know that he's always coming from a place that is genuinely directed toward improving the content and not calling me out for being stupid. Unless I'm actually stupid, in which case I probably deserve that anyway. What if you start deleting comments? I mean, I'd prefer that you don't. I don't want to, quote-unquote, censor people. But, I mean, if someone's, like, posting links to, like, a porn site or something, yes, please delete those. YouTube does a good job of that, though. Not talking about sarcasm, talking about people that constantly write idiotic trash. Okay, well, that does kind of make me mad when people say that. But at the same time, engaging with those kind of things, depending on how you respond to it, some people are just never going to get that idea out of their mind. They're going to be constantly convinced that they're right, and they've uncovered some sort of secret conspiracy that I'm gaming the system for. Like, look, I don't make that much money doing this. Objectively speaking, a 32-year-old guy in America should be making way more money than I'm making. But I enjoy doing it, and my life is structured in such a way where I can afford not to be obscenely wealthy. I'm not doing YouTube for the money. Like, let's make that extremely clear. If I was doing it for the money, I would not be doing it. I'm doing it because I enjoy playing the games and I enjoy the community that we were creating together around the games. I'm not gaming the system for views of, oh, okay, well, you did this on purpose so that bad stuff would happen so you could have a cool episode title and clickbait. Like, no. That stuff just ends up happening. Like, there's no conspiracy theory here. All that being said, like, I would probably still prefer that people don't, like, get into flame wars in the comments, because that makes me upset when people get disagreeing and nasty over things that really don't matter. Like, it's more important for people, I feel like, personally, I don't know, you can feel however you want, but I think it's more important to come to an online space like YouTube, comments, whatever, to find ways to positively interact with people and escape garbage that's happening in real life. Like, I don't want to come to YouTube and see all the headlines and all this terrible stuff that's happening in the world, and I certainly don't want to discuss it in here before people start bringing up current events. But I want to enjoy interacting with people. Like, we can be different, we can disagree, we can have fundamentally different perspectives on life, but the things that we should enjoy doing together are games like this where you can create something. Right? I feel like sometimes a lot of people end up not agreeing with that, and that's kind of upsetting. But you guys, for the most part, have been very, very good about that, and I appreciate it. Now, okay, how far back in chat do I have to go? Really offended City Planner plays once. He replied back, and I could tell he was irritated. He was just being, but you were just being playful. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever really seen personally him get, like, really mad, but you can tell sometimes. Some of the stuff that he references, you know, it's very obviously he gets irritated with, like, some stuff people say. Honestly, if I do streaming or video creation, it would probably be for a hobby. Yeah, that's the best way to approach it, because as soon as it becomes a transactional thing, then it becomes a burden and it's not fun anymore. I don't feel like I've ever seen any truly hateful comments, and I haven't gotten any truly hateful ones. It's just the worst comments that I ever get would be like the best comments a lot of big creators ever get, because the community here is, I need to play the game. The community is small enough where the people that watch the content are the people that really want to watch the content because it's me or because it's this specific game. People aren't coming across my videos in the same, like, amount of numbers, like, say, for example, someone like RCE has, where he gets hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views for each Timberborners episode he uploads, whereas an entire series of me uploading 30 episodes might get maybe the same amount of views total that one of his videos gets. So, of course, his comment section is going to be full of all sorts of different people. And some people in there get really nasty about, like, oh, they're saying, like, oh, Matt, you suck at the game. Like, what purpose does that serve? He's a content creator. He plays the game. He wants to play the game. And that's it. If you don't like it, go watch somebody else. It's okay not to like what somebody does on the internet, because there's so many other ways you can spend your time. Like no one's holding a gun to your head and forcing you to watch that content. You can just click the X and move on with your day. Oh man, it bugs me when people are mean to each other online. It's so easy to disengage. It's not like in-person interaction where like it's someone you're blood related to and it's extremely hard to avoid talking to them. It's not like that. You can literally do anything else with your life that is not being in the comment section on YouTube. So that is one thing I am very thankful for, is that you guys are... Oh, hold on. That went underground. I shouldn't have done that. You guys are, with a very, very small number of exceptions, are really, really great in the comments and keep stuff focused on like what's happening in the game or what you'd like to see happen. You're not big enough yet for attention whores to latch on. Oh, shouldn't have said that word. To latch on and hate comment. And that's good. I don't think I ever want to be, because I don't want people to just be stupid. That serves no purpose. Got heckin' tired of RCE's humor, just stopped watching, never hate commented. Yeah. And I don't know. That's why I don't make my videos the way he makes his videos, because I don't really appreciate that style of humor. Sometimes it's funny. Legitimately, sometimes it is funny. But if I did that every single video, all like constantly, I'd shoot myself. For legal purposes, that is a joke. But it's so grating. Like, and I know it's to get certain audiences to engage in the videos, and that's just the way the business of content creation works. But I don't want to be like that, and that's why I do my videos the way I do. Because I'd rather it just be about, hey, let's play the game, see what happens in the game, and see the whole process, and not, oh, I played for 5 hours and condensed it to 20 minutes with the super incredibly short attention span editing style. I don't want to do that. Making other people feel bad is what makes some people feel good, and that is sad that that's the way some people are. Like, it legitimately saddens me that people feel that that is the correct way to go about life. It's upsetting. Like, there's so much more to life than just being mad all the time. Genuinely. Devilish, thanks very much for the 4. Appreciate you, friendo. People have stopped being scared of getting punched in the face. Yeah, oh man. The internet has... for all of the good the internet has done for society, it has caused so many problems. Because people hide behind their keyboards, and they think that they're invincible and they can say whatever they want. But if you put two people who are just arguing on Reddit or whatever in the same room face to face and have them say that to each other, they're not going to say it. Because they know the other guy is just going to slug them in the face or knock him out or shoot him or something. It's like, why would you interact with somebody, another human being, with hopes and dreams and goals, the way that people do on the internet when they're being mean? It's completely unnecessary. I do enjoy trolling people that are being ridiculous. Yeah, that can be fun sometimes. I think I absolutely really need to play the game. I am sorry if you wanted to watch this for actual Satisfactory content. I've just been talking for the past 20 minutes. I promise I play games. Alright, so that... See, I wish I could just... Oh, man, it bugs me so much when the sand comes up on that. I wish I could make this go a tiny bit higher, but I can't. So for that to be here, I kind of would have to... I kind of would have to have this extend this other way, unless we just don't worry about it. We just say that this is fine the way it is. For a second, I thought the accessory was jiggling. Are you talking about the wrench on the little Xeno Basher here? Because it used to. I don't know when they changed this, but the little wrench accessory hanging from this thing on the keychain did move around before. I don't know if my game's just broken or whatever, but yeah, see like how it did when I pulled it up, and it moves around. It used to, if you moved the thing around, it would also swing back and forth. Miss the jiggle physics of the accessory. Yes, wise words. was I doing here? Oh, I was gonna have this mining copper. All right, do I have a? I don't. I need to put a what do you call it on top of this? Because this right here, yep, that is a wall outlet Mark II. I need to get on top of this and run this inside this pole. Let's try that. Oh, I don't have iron rods. Surprise, surprise. what a concept, huh? Can I reach that all the way up here? Really? Really? It's gonna let me get away with that? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll mine a bunch of copper ore really quick. 120 per minute. All right, bring it on. There it goes. Oh, okay, you're talking about the cake. Look, I'm okay. I can promise you I'm never doing a hot tub stream. I don't even want to do a face cam, honestly. Although a marathon stream might be fun. I would just have to figure out how to rearrange my life to make that possible. They got so much other stuff going on. Beard picks win. Oh, it's so scuffed right now. It's awful. Because I have not been using the conditioner or whatever, and it has so many split ends. It's horrifying. I need to probably go to an actual barber and get it shaped properly and split ends cut off or whatever. I don't know, at some point maybe. But marathon stream, if I were to do something like that, I would want to do a lot of planning for it and do some sort of a charity tie-in and raise money for something. It would be a fun, like a match donation challenge kind of thing. I would just have to figure out exactly what I would want it to fund and research charities that actually do beneficial things and don't just spend all their money on advertising. I think that would be a fun way to do it. And then because then you also have a motivation to, you know, keep going for 12 hours, 24 hours or whatever, or find someone else to partner with and do like a tag team things or collaborations or whatever. But that's also one of those things that I need to play the game. That's also one of those things that just takes so much time and energy to plan. And that's not something I am in a position right now to really do. Food banks are good to donate to. Yeah, it is astounding, like how many people actually rely on those and just never talk about it. And also, that's a pretty safe thing to publicly endorse and get people to get behind. So I don't know, for whatever reason, certain causes tend to cause people to get really nasty with each other and say, "Oh, this is a stupid thing to endorse," or if you do this, I'm gonna cancel you forever because you want to help somebody out that I don't like. It's like, I do not want to even remotely get involved with any of that kind of stuff, because that's, again, it makes it really unfun to be part of something when people just get pissed off all the time. Guy follow Legend of Total War did a nice live stream with the charity for trees, and he played a Wood Elf campaign. What game was that? No, people are absolutely morons. Like, fundamentally. I think the internet has completely destroyed people's brains. Just like the whole concept of it is impossible for anyone except for me to be right is just incredibly toxic. It is just so rotten to the core, and it makes me so mad. I try to avoid getting into it too much because I know people are gonna have different opinions about everything, and that's fine. I'm not here to tell you how to think, how to live your life. I just would hope that, okay, when I say you, I'm using the royal you. I'm not saying any specific person, but I would just hope that if anything, people take anything from when I do streams or videos or whatever, is that it is okay to just exist and respect people for being people. And just enjoy the concept of coming together and enjoying a game and having a good time together. Warhammer 2 Total War. Okay. That is a entirely different rabbit hole kind of game that I don't think I've ever really been into that much. But I know that goes deep. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff in real life that I got to take care of before I can commit to doing a huge thing like that. Which is unfortunate because I really like doing this. I just have to find more time and more more ways to pay for the stuff I actually have to accomplish with my life. Besides making videos online for strangers. Booster D&D campaign. That could be fun. The problem with the D&D is that it is almost impossible to get people's schedules to line up to do a regular campaign. Counter-Strike 1.6 booster matches. Oh, I'm so bad at shooters. I'm horrific at anything involving aiming is just awful for me. If I did Baldur's Gate, it would absolutely not be on this channel, and it would not be a public thing. That would probably, if I ever played it outside of a private thing, it would be on Twitch. But I feel like that could be very fun in a close-knit thing where people can be like deeply involved in the decision-making process. Yeah, I played a lot of Halo, as one does, or as one would do in the late aughts, which is a stupid nickname for a decade. But man, I played so much Halo, I was terrible at it. I was awful at it. Like back when Halo 3 was, the ranked matches in Halo 3 would actually give you like a military rank based on how much you won. I never got above lieutenant. I just could not. I could not win enough. I could not do whatever the requirements were. So I had all this experience, but the skill level cap always held me back. I taped a cursor into the middle of my screen. That's so smart. That is incredibly smart. One of my friends practiced with MLG players. That was so funny when MLG became a thing because it started as a joke, right? Like all the people making those edits with the crosshairs and the Doritos logo and all that stuff. Talking about, oh man, it's a Major League Gaming. And then it actually became a real thing. And people made money doing it. It's like, all right, the internet has fundamentally destroyed people's brains. But it was always so funny. Because that was the joke forever, is that like, oh, you're so good at the game, you're a Major League gamer. And like, all right, they copied the Major League Baseball logo and the red and the blue and the white outline and everything. Like, okay, it's very obviously that this is supposed to be a pastiche of sports culture. And then it wasn't. And people had full-time jobs doing this stuff. Speaking of not shooters, are we going to get a Manor Lord series when it comes out? Well, I'm not sure exactly how much I can disclose, but I have been contacted, yes. Not for sponsorship. Let's get that out of the way right away. I'm not going to get paid to play the game, but the developer has reached out. So I would love to play Manor Lords. I've been following the development of that for so long. I have to find the time to do it and not suck at it and make sure that I'm not making the game look bad. But yeah, that is absolutely something I'm attempting. I can't promise because time is an illusion and I got all this other stuff I got to deal with. But I would love to do a series on that. Maybe live streams if a series doesn't work. Oh, there's that other game. I saw this is the craziest trailer if you haven't seen this. It's called Kingmaker or Kingmakers. It might be plural. I don't know. But it's like kind of a, from what I've been able to gather, like a hybrid city builder, real-time strategy, like first-person combat, like combination thing. It is the craziest trailer for a game that I've seen in a very long time, because if you go into it blind having no idea what the game's about, you're gonna lose your mind. But they had a big ad campaign a couple months ago, maybe around the time of the Super Bowl. Well, online ad campaign, because I don't have cable TV or anything. I watched that trailer and I was just like, this game looks nuts, completely insane. That could be a fun one, but I don't know if that's something that would really fit on the channel too much. Something, something, shut up and play the game. Yes, I'm trying. I'm trying, I promise. Circuit boards, circuit boards. Can I make any more computers? You have YouTube Premium, I get no ads. YouTube Premium is such a good value if you are someone who is on YouTube all the time. The music aspect of it is fantastic because almost everything is on YouTube, right? The music aspect is great. I like that I don't have to look at ads, and I like that the money that I pay into it directly goes to the creators I watch. For those of you who are not aware, the YouTube Premium revenue per viewer versus AdSense, the ads that YouTube serves, is so much higher for YouTube Premium. It is a great way to support people that you watch, if you're going to have the subscription anyway. You made me get YouTube Premium. I put all my friends on a family plan. That's the way to do it. Something, something I shouldn't explicitly endorse gaming the system that pays me what? I don't care. It's fine. Do what you want. You can use ad block. I'm not going to get mad. But no, YouTube Premium legitimately is very, very good for the people who actually make the content. If you're a student, you can get discounts from most major platforms. Yes, absolutely. Always, always take advantage of discounts. You'd be shocked what kind of discounts you can get on the most random stuff just because you have like a student ID from a university or whatever. It is unbelievable what you can get access to. You just have to keep an eye on it whenever that access expires and you get charged the full price. Use YouTube and Twitch a lot, not sure if it'd go premium, and that's totally fine. You do whatever you want with your time and your money. I am never going to tell you that you can't or have to or whatever. Yeah, Twitch overall seems like it has massively declined in quality in terms of the content that's on there and the user experience. And I know as a content creator, I hate the term content creator, but as quote-unquote a content creator, Twitch is extremely just not ideal for making money on, unless you have a huge audience and they're just constantly buying super chats or whatever the Twitch equivalent of a super chat is. Like YouTube, just pound for pound, pays so much more. 70% of revenue versus Twitch's 50 is what you get to keep. Now, I think Twitch now is making it that if you fulfill certain conditions, you get 55%, or if you're a partner, you get more. If you're on a contract, like an exclusive contract with them, then you get a lot more. But it's just, YouTube is just so much easier to deal with in terms of making money off of stuff. And it's you have the whole back catalog. Like, all of these streams that we do stay up unless I decide I'm going to take them down for whatever reason. But they're up indefinitely. Twitch, you can't do that. You get a certain amount of time the VOD stays up, and then that's it. Bits, subs, and gift subs. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've regularly streamed on Twitch, like multiple years. But the Twitch, I'm so sorry, VOD watchers, if any of you even exist at this point in the video, for not playing the game. We're just sitting here talking, having a good time with each other, which is always fun. I always enjoy it, but I feel bad for the people that watch this stuff back when they can't really get that much enjoyment out of it. But the Twitch gift sub thing, you only keep you get half of that money, and Twitch gets the other half. YouTube memberships, I keep 70%, and I think the ad revenue split, the true ad revenue split between Google and you, might be closer to 50%, but it's so much higher than it is on Twitch, it doesn't really matter. All right, so hold on. All right, I'm gonna go into my analytics for the channel on the other monitor here, and I'll read you guys some stats about who watches on what devices, because it is really, really fascinating. I'm not gonna be able to look at chat while I do this because it's only on the other monitor, but okay, we talked about demographics in my. I guess I should leave this on so you guys can actually watch stuff and turn the dev console so it doesn't go away. We talked about in the end of the year survey video about my demographics on the channel or whatever. We already know that it's like 90% male, and the vast majority of those are between the age of 25 and 44. But what I don't think I talked about was like devices people watch stuff on. And I wish I could find this. I don't know exactly where to go to find this in the dashboard, but there was something that said something like, I don't know, a lot higher percentage of viewers than I would have ever thought watch my videos on a smart TV for YouTube. I never think of watching YouTube on the TV because I'm always on my computer. I just have I have YouTube up on my second monitor pretty much permanently, going through a queue of content that I subscribe to or want to watch, or I'll have a music playlist up or something. But I want to find this. It's just so interesting for me to look at all these things. I don't know how to navigate the dashboard that well. See, traffic source, geography, playlist, content type, more. Operating system. I think that's probably the easiest way to look at it. Yeah, operating system. The vast majority. Oh, I have to click on a video for this? Okay. Okay. My most viewed video. The first episode of Update 5 Timberborn. If I go to the analytics page for that, it's going to tell me operating system. All right, so 41.2% of people who watched that video watched it on a Windows computer or a tablet. I don't even know if they make Windows tablets anymore. I guess the Surface Pro is technically a tablet, but it's basically a computer anyway. 22% watched on Android, 15.1% watched on iOS, 4.9% on Macintosh. I guess that's just Apple desktop stuff. 3.3% watched it on a smart TV. I thought nobody watched YouTube on TVs. And I know there are other videos where it's a lot higher, but then after that, 2% watched on a PlayStation. I didn't know you could watch YouTube on a PlayStation. I also have not owned a PlayStation that I've actually used for anything that is not named Persona 5 Royal. But I guess you can watch YouTube on that. 1.9% on Xbox, 1.9% on Roku, which would be should probably be added to the TV totals. But if you look at Smart TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Chromecast, all that adds up to about 7 or 8% of viewers. Shout out to the 35 people who watched that video on Linux in the past 28 days. I guess I should do lifetime of the video to give you guys a better grasp on that. But the stats stay about the same percentage-wise. 247 people watched that video on a Nintendo Switch. I had no idea you could watch YouTube on a Nintendo Switch. I also don't own one, so I have no idea what the device can actually do. But it is... I had no idea people were watching YouTube on something that was not a computer or a phone. It's just wild. Like, there were 3,300 people that watched that video since I uploaded it on a smart TV. Like, natively on a smart TV with an app on the TV. Well, it doesn't even include whatever set-top boxes or whatever that are technically running Android or this or that or the other that get lumped in with whatever based on the OS. But it's wild. It is wild, the stuff that you never know about these videos or your audience until you actually take a look at it. Like, not to spend too much time doing this, but if I look at, I'm not going to give you actual numbers because YouTube gets really mad when I do that, but in terms of revenue source, like how I get paid from a video, watch page ads for that video, X amount of dollars, 74% of the revenue came from watch page ads. 26% came from YouTube Premium. 26% of the revenue, over a quarter of the revenue for that video came from people who had YouTube Premium. It's not that many people that have it. If you look at the actual amount of views you get from that, and I wish I could figure out how to get that to display. I might be. Oh, okay. No, here we go. Oh, it's not going to break it down for me. Not going to break it down for me. Yeah, 93,794 views. I would have to imagine the amount of premium users is probably closer to 10% of that. Maybe less. If I could, is it gonna let me look at If you guys are saying stuff in chat and I haven't responded, it's because I can't see the chat right now. I'm just trying to get YouTube product. Oh, of course it's just YouTube. YouTube product. I want to be able to see who has premium and who doesn't. YouTube premium. Why is it not showing me? It's showing me amount of money, but it's not showing me views based on who has premium. Anyway, point being, at one point I could look it up, and the discrepancy was huge. Like, the amount of money made per viewer on YouTube Premium was just drastically higher, like 2, 3, 4 times as much. So I guess I can get off of that and actually look at chat again and see what you guys are saying here for the past, like, 5 minutes. All right. Again, I am sorry if you've asked something I haven't responded to it. I'm getting to it. Let's see, scroll all the way up here. Okay, talking about that. Okay, here's the YouTube Premium discussion. And now I lost it again. Went YouTube Premium just because the amount of ads, YouTube Music was a bonus that has now become a staple. I'm surprised at how good it is, honestly. Like, I was a Spotify user subscriber for a long time, and it was annoying when certain things that I wanted to listen to weren't on there, but they were on YouTube. And then I couldn't listen to it on YouTube after a certain point because the YouTube app on your phone, if you don't have premium, stops playing audio if the screen locks. And there used to be an exploit around that, but they patched it now. Unless you have the whatever the app is, I forget what it's called. That might not even work either. I don't know. But now it's like, all right, the amount of money you spend on YouTube Premium, I guess technically, quote unquote, that's a lot of money to pay for YouTube. It's a free service, but the value that I personally get out of it is great. I am very happy with it. Current project will include hypertubes. Current project supposedly is to finish phase 3 of the space elevator. Supposedly. But we'll see. I've spent so much time not playing the game that at this point I doubt we can actually finish that tonight, and I'll be a liar for the 3rd stream in a row. But we can mess with hypertubes. I think you were in when I made the oh, I'm not in the active in this window yet. I made a hypertube cannon at one point into the stream a month or 2 ago. I do know that some Twitch streamers re-upload in YouTube. Yes, they do. They'll have stream archive channels or whatever. No, I have 3 monitors. So what I have right now is my main monitor. I have the game on, and I have a stack of other monitors, or 2 other monitors to the side. The top one has OBS running, and the bottom one has the YouTube dashboard for streaming. Usually, if I'm just using my computer on like regular tasks during the day, my main monitor has whatever I'm working on, and then the top monitor has Discord and my email, and then the bottom one on the left has YouTube and whatever, or if I'm watching something on Netflix, it'll be on that. All right. How far back am I still? Okay, I got a good ways to go. Saturn's moving really fast. Talking about the thing in the background of the game overnight. Yeah, the planets in this game move really fast. Devilish, why do you keep deleting Kurt's messages? Like, honestly, like what's he saying? Or are you just doing a bit? Watch on TV or a console all the time. See, that's crazy to me. Not crazy in terms of you're doing it wrong. That's obviously not what I'm trying to say. But I never thought about doing it. I guess maybe because when I was playing Xbox a whole lot 15, 20 years ago. Yikes. That makes me sound old. 15, 20 years ago, I was playing a whole lot of Xbox. But you couldn't watch YouTube on an Xbox then. Xbox Live was barely even functional. You just had a bunch of 12-year-olds calling you racial slurs because you're bad at Halo. Which I always thought was funny as a white dude getting called insert racial slur here because, hey, that's not how that works. But whatever. don't need to get too much into that. Or like when I was working at a okay, we're not gonna get into that. But it's just never not funny to me when someone calls me a racial slur. It's like, do you understand that you have no power here, right? I get to just get called whatever, and it doesn't bother me. All right, what else? What else is in here? Oh man, it skipped all the way to the end. Now I gotta scroll back up. Avoiding ads improves life greatly. 100%. Absolutely. Gonna have spaghetti for dinner? That sounds good. I love spaghetti. All right, I think I finally caught up with chat. I am sorry. I'm sorry if you're watching this, you want to see me play the game, and we obviously have not done that in several minutes, but we'll try to get back into that. Okay, I need to put more... oh, I only have 9 of these left. All right, that's fine. I need to be able to get enough copper to make more circuit boards, more computers, so I can get the rest of those adaptive control units finished. So I actually, if you delete something, I can't see what it is. At least not in the stream chat. It just says message deleted by Devilish Fun. Algorithm is dumb for YouTube music. I actually, you know what's funny is I actually don't use it in a discovery sense. Like if I find, like from the YouTube music app, I almost never use that to find stuff. I almost always find a song or an artist or a playlist on YouTube, and I add it to YouTube Music from YouTube. And then I just open the app on my phone, or when I'm in the car, I have it connected to the Bluetooth, and then it just plays whatever. There we go. Let's take a look and see what's going on over here. So I have to make another 18 of these. Yeah, so I need another 10 computers. I have 8. I just need to make 2 more computers, and then I need to make math, a lot of circuit boards. I have that. I need the copper sheets for the circuit boards. I just need the circuit boards, period. 27. Can I make... I just need to make 2 more computers. I think I can do that. Yes, I can make 2 more computers. Perfect. YouTube Music does focus on the most popular songs for any given artist. Okay, well that's good to know, because I legitimately have no idea how it works. I just like, oh, I want to listen to insert band here, or in my specific case, because I am an insufferable nerd, I will want to listen to like really obscure recordings of like classical music or like college fight songs when it was football season and I was doing a road trip with my buddy for I really need to be careful what I say about this so I don't get doxxed. But I have a part-time job doing something in sports media, and one of my friends I went to college with, we work together on it, and we'll do road trips to go to insert sporting events here, and it's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hour drives sometimes. And one time he's like, all right, I'm going to put on a playlist of college fight songs, and I want you to tell me whose fight song it is. And I would get like, I don't know, 75% of them right. So then I'm like, you know what? These are actually fun to listen to if you need some high energy things. So I was like, all right, well, I want to listen to these. None of them are on Spotify, except for, I don't know, like the really big schools that have had their marching band goes and records a whole album or something, and they release it for sale in stores. Like, all right, you're not going to get that for the tiny schools that nobody cares about. Nobody cares about, quote unquote. But almost all of them are on YouTube. So you can just add that. It's the really obscure stuff that the average person just is never, ever in a million years going to give a single solitary fill in the blank about. It's all on YouTube. It's all on YouTube. And you can add it to YouTube Music. Really got to go stay with the tyranny's unbearable. No, okay, I know what you're getting at. No, have a good sleep. Thanks for hanging out with us. I know it's late over there. Get some good rest. Eating spaghetti. That sounds tasty, tasty, tasty. My mom makes really good spaghetti, like meat sauce with like mushrooms and peppers and stuff, and it's super good. All right, what was I doing before I got distracted again? I got computers. I need circuit boards. So the computers will be the limiting factor here. Everything else I think is fine. Let's just see how much of this I have. 25. We're gonna have to go get another stack or 2 of copper, but that should get us a little closer, a little closer. Yeah, I very frequently in these live streams get completely distracted by chat, which, you know, is fine. That's the whole reason you do a live stream, right? Is so you can interact with people in the chat. But I do know it can be very frustrating if you actually want to see what's happening in a game and somebody just stops to talk to people for 10 minutes. Fortunately, Satisfactory is a game you can kind of get away with doing that. And I also probably should just put a storage container over here. But sometimes it's more fun to just do things the slow and stupid way. Sometimes. Rory, you are absolutely correct. It is almost guaranteed that at some point in your life, you'll be unable to do things that you want to do, and people are going to let you down. But making the most out of the situations you find yourselves in, I think, at least, is a very important component to being happy, being fulfilled, even just temporarily. All right, I still need motors. I need... oh, man, I need another math. I need 120, 118 of these smart platings. I don't think the rotors can go fast enough. Is the problem? This is hello. Why did it? All right, these rotors are so backed up. It's just nutso. I need to give them a head start. There we go. Put that in there. I need to get more of these. Oh, I got slugs. Nice. I forgot that I had those. I need to turn that guy into an overclocker. Alright, power shard. I need to have more than those, but I don't want to go on another 2-hour slug hunting expedition. So this is making the one making the rotors is already maximum overclocked. This right now needs to be making more smart plating, so I'm going to 150% that. And hopefully that helps. Instead of 2 per minute, it's making 3. Other thing, meanwhile, got to get circuit boards. Yeah, this is so slow to make these that I guess it's not that big of a deal. I'll just move this up to make 1 per minute, because it's not going to matter. Spaghetti tacos. So is that like a hard taco shell, like a corn tortilla baked into a shell shape with spaghetti in it, or is it like the taco meat is spaghetti-fied? That seems like a Midwestern thing. That also could be like a deep south thing, I guess, depending on which part of it you're on. Apologies, I forget exactly where you're from. You don't have to disclose if you don't want, but I'm just curious, intellectually, if that's a Midwestern food. Live streams for interaction. 30 minutes of silent play is hard to watch. Yeah, I don't really like watching videos that are don't have commentary to them if it's a game, unless it's a tutorial and you're showing me like detailed steps, but then the explanation's helpful. Did we crash? No. I don't think so. It still says it's getting excellent connection, and I'm putting out 6,000 kilobits a second. But my live feedback thing is super behind, so I don't know if that's just my thing being dumb. But the stream health on my end is looking good. Soft shell or hard shell, it's up to the chef. When it comes to spaghetti, you can make it how you like it, or with or without meat, hot or mild sauce, or just regular spaghetti sauce. So it's just you just put spaghetti like in a tortilla. Do you ever put like shredded cheese on it, or like other taco toppings? Hey, Cowface. That sounds good, actually. I don't know if that would be like my first choice of filling for a taco, but I think I can see the appeal. Cincinnati spaghetti, the chili 3-way, or whatever it's called, where they just have, or was it Skyline Chili, I think is the brand name, where they just have just gobs of cheese, like piles of that shredded cheese. That looks so good. It probably just completely destroys your digestive system for like 2 days, but that sounds amazing. Cheese on top. Okay, you know what? That sounds pretty good. Chicago-style chili in a taco shell would be interesting with cheese on top. Yeah, for sure. Happy Sunday from here. It is, yeah, it is early Sunday morning. I guess have nothing nothing else going on a Sunday morning, so you want to come hang out. That is A-okay with me. Always good to see. Hey, Wrenching. What's up? We're talking about cuisine here with spaghetti tacos. Make with onions. I'm jumping back and forth in different chat bits. Onions and garlic sauteed in garlic butter. That's got to be really good. You know, okay, so the Taco Bell thing, it used to really, really mess me up. Like when I was in high school, I could not eat there without it just being horrible, a horrible like intestinal exorcism kind of thing. But now it doesn't bother me at all. I don't know what happened. It just absolutely never bothers me. I don't know if the food got higher quality or my gut biome changed or whatever, but I never have any problems with it. It's just so funny because it was such a catastrophic situation. I cannot begin to express to you how horrible it was when I would have Taco Bell when I was in high school. Pizza in Brazil is the craziest thing to the world. Okay, so what do you guys do with pizza down there? Because I've seen some like food crimes with pizza from other countries. But I can't imagine, from what I know about Brazilian food, I cannot imagine a scenario in which it is worse than any of the stuff that I've seen. Steak tacos tonight from Taco. I had yesterday. Yesterday they have, not a sponsor, ha ha ha, whatever. They have this new, I guess, cantina menu thing at the Taco Bell. And I had a really good burrito. It was like a shredded chicken and some sort of like a marinade. Cabbage, pico de gallo, and like a jalapeno cream sauce, and then they have this avocado like cold salsa like cream thing that you put on there as like a sauce dressing. It was really good. I was so surprised because you would not think Taco Bell is going to be some like high quality culinary experience, and I had this. I was like, okay, this is a little expensive for one taco burrito thing, but I was shocked at how good it was. It was like actually tasted extremely fresh, really good, high quality stuff. Like, this is Taco Bell. Are you serious? Really, really liked that. Pineapple pizza is a food atrocity. I will agree with you there. If you like pineapple on pizza, that's fine. Eat what you want. I cannot stand it. It also makes my mouth tingle, so I'm probably allergic to it, but hey, whatever. Avocado ranch is so good. It absolutely is. Devilish, I am so concerned. He says, I love pizza with mayonnaise, peas, and bacon. That sounds like something the British would do, unironically, and say that it's good. I cannot get behind that. I absolutely cannot. That sounds so bad. All right, the defense of the Hawaiian pizza that I've always been told by Hawaiian pizza enthusiasts is that the sweetness of the pineapple is a complement to the saltiness of the bacon or the ham or whatever, Canadian bacon. And that I've been told that's why they like it. And hey, I can appreciate that. I understand. I just cannot eat pineapple. Probably allergic to it. Never been tested. Probably should be, but hey, whatever. Healthcare's expensive. I'm not dealing with it. I'm just not going to eat pineapple. What really bugs me is when you're in a group ordering pizza, there's always going to be someone who demands to have pineapple on the pizza and will not accept it not being on the pizza, even if nobody else wants it. I don't understand why that always happens. All right, I need to play the game. Do I have any more? Do I have materials to make a storage container? Nope, because I don't have rods. Oh, I can make an industrial one, though. Yeah, I need to be able to have more in the way of copper stuff. All right, that's fine. Pineapple make your tongue tingle or your gums? I don't have it often enough to remember specifically. I just remember my whole mouth was like you know, like if you were ever like a stupid kid and you licked an electrical connector on an appliance just to see what would happen, it's like that exact same kind of feeling. It was very, very strange. Alright, industrial storage container. We'll just, oh, it's 120 per minute, so it's got to be the, yeah, it's going to have to be Mark III, because I don't have enough Mark IIs. There we go. Alright, so that should help us out considerably if we're able to just come and get stacks of that stuff. I think one of the best pizzas I ever had that I would consider to be non-traditional pizza, barbecue sauce base, grilled chicken, bacon, mushrooms. Really good, like a barbecue chicken type of pizza. I know it's not that unconventional, but some people are just like, oh, if it doesn't have tomato sauce, it's not a pizza. It's like, you can try different stuff. White pizza's really good with like the Alfredo sauce base. Pizza, steak and spinach. I can get behind steak and spinach on a pizza. I'm not a huge fan of the greens on the pizza thing, but steak and spinach together is almost always a great combo. What other kind of quote unquote weird pizza have I had that was good? I'm trying to think, cause like usually when I get pizza, it's gonna just be meat lovers. It's gonna have all sorts of like sausage and stuff on it. I can't really do the garlic oil basis. That's just way too much grease. That ends up messing with my body really bad. But the white pizza's good. Hey MP3, good to see you. Little Caesars, I think, is a pulled pork barbecue pizza. If I remember correctly, it was great. You know what? All right, I'm going to say it. Little Caesars does not deserve the hate it gets. It's hot, and it's ready. And it's, for the price you pay, it is pretty good pizza. Is it the best pizza in the world? Absolutely not. There are many, many places that are substantially better in almost every way, shape, or form. But, well, it's not $5 anymore. But when it was $5, you walk in the door, hand them $5 plus tax, and you walk out with a pizza, and it's perfectly fine pizza. Great, cheap, easy college food kind of deals. Like, all right, I'm really hungry and I'm poor. I'm going to get a pizza and I'll eat off of it for 3 days. Easy problem solved. Barbecue sauce, chicken, bacon, always a winning combo. CC's has the best chain pizza around here. That's a quote from WM in chat, not my specific endorsement. Although the CC's I went to when I was in high school was really good. For the money, as a high schooler, and you want to eat 20 slices of pizza because there are tiny slices of pizza. Best place to go with a bunch of your friends and just hang out, have a whole bunch of pizza. And I think ours had an arcade, a little tiny arcade, like I don't know, 4 or 5 different machines. We'd play the Cruisin' USA game. Because they have the two cabinets right next to each other. You could race each other. It's a simpler time. CC's was good. Who else? Who else had really cheap pizza that was decent? The Pizza Hut lunch buffet. Before they got rid of all the sit-down Pizza Huts, I would go there all the time. We used to get kicked out of CC's Pizza. Sounds like you're doing it right. Oh man, that was just always so much fun. Let's see how many circuit boards we have. I never got kicked out of someplace for eating too much, but I know some guys who did. I don't need to make any more computers. Why did I come over here to make this? Oh, I can make... I don't need to make copper ingots. I just need to fill this stuff up. Yeah, the Jack in the Box tacos are surprisingly good for what they are. They don't like hosting impromptu eating contests. They also don't like, you know, making pizza. Or at least the one that I used to go to. They just sometimes they just would straight up not replace pizzas on the buffet, and you'd have like half of a cheese pizza that had been there for an hour, because who's eating cheese pizza at a CC's? You got to get the crazy topping stuff. Or get the mac and cheese pizza or the potato pizza or whatever. There's a local place that a similar like CC's style concept, but it's a local thing, so I won't give you the name of it. But that place we would always go to because it was closer, and they would get so mad when like a bunch of kids would come in at the same time. It's like, you're a pizza buffet. You know how this works. Why are you mad when people come to get pizza? So I don't know. I guess people just didn't want to make a bunch of pizzas, which, again, if that's the case, why are you working there? I don't know. I worked in food service for a number of years, and I don't think I ever got to the point where I was just resentful of customers that would come in. Maybe they were just completely spiritually broken by having to make pizza all the time. I don't know. But it just never sat right with me that people get mad at you for coming in and eating food. We were clearing the buffet like a plague of locusts. Oh man, I bet that's exactly what it was too. You just have these guys just descend on the bar and just take all the pizza off. Yes, the T-Rex burger. I never got one, but I heard of people that would do that. God, 9 quarter pounders a night. It reminds me of all those people that would go to In-N-Out and do like the 10 by 10 challenge or whatever. And this one guy, I guess back when those the eating contest YouTube guys were super popular, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. There were like people that would go into the In-N-Out and get a 100 by 100 burger. It's like at that point, it's not even a burger. It's just like a trough of slop with 100 patties and 100 slices of cheese. Like, you're gonna kill yourself eating that. I don't know. It was just always super funny. The other thing, and the kind of the same energy as the T-Rex burger, Arby's, I think maybe about 10 years ago, had a thing they called the Meat Mountain. That was it was like chicken tenders, ham, roast beef, turkey, some other thing. It was just a pile of meat. It was absurd how much meat was on this thing. And at the time, it was, I don't know, it was like $11 or $12, which at that point in time was an absurd price to pay for something in fast food. Well, it still is technically, but neither here nor there. And I was I was eating there with some friends after a band thing, and one of them got that. Like, you're gonna kill yourself eating that. He's like, I don't care, it's good. It's like, all right, enjoy dying the next 3 hours. But it's like, man, who can even eat that much? Like, especially if it's just meat on a bun. It's so easy to eat a ton of pizza, because it doesn't feel like you're eating a ton of stuff. But you have a giant sandwich that's like, I don't know, a foot tall with a bunch of junk on it. You're going to feel that. The dessert pizza was also usually pretty good. That was not, I promise you, that was not my nickname in college. But I can appreciate the support there. All right, I got 10 of these things to pop in here. I don't see any progress being made on the modular engines, which makes me think something else has stalled. Oh, it's the motors. Surprise, surprise. Did this finally run out? It sure did, because the rotors got paused. So I guess I can turn that back on. That's already maxed out. They can make 12.5 per minute. This has to have another 2 motors per modular engine. I have to have another 58. So that's going to take a little bit of time. There's a place here that sells a burger called the Big Sloppy. 2 half-pound burger patties, bacon, cheese, hash browns, and fried eggs. Comes with a bucket of fries. That sounds divine, and also a one-way trip to the grave for anyone over the age of like 25. There is a place in Atlanta, a burger place called The Vortex, that has, I think they call it, I'm going to have to look it up, but I want to say it's like the quadruple bypass, and it's 4 enormous beef patties and all the cheese and all that, and I think they put eggs on it. I'm going to look it up. But it's like one of those tourist trap type of restaurants. Let's see. Holy Yep. Quadruple coronary bypass is the name of the burger. It says it's 9,600 calories. It's astounding. It's horrifying. Well, and then half the other Google results for this are like actually talking about heart surgery. Like, okay, that's not related to the burger. Well, it is, I guess, but not directly. Do you have ice cream pizza? Like pizza on dough? No, but it's pretty common dessert-wise to have like an ice cream dessert that's like ice cream sandwiches, kind of arranged like a pizza would, with whipped cream and chocolate chips or whatever as a topping on that. That's probably the closest we would get to that, at least where I'm at. Thanks for hanging out, Aaron. Appreciate you. And yet again, I am not playing the game after saying that I need to play the game. I need to make 8 more adaptive control units. The engines should be back up and running. I need to check and see how many more smart platings I need to actually make before we make too many of those, because I don't want to deal with those. So I'm going to need to have another 56 modular engines, and they take 2 apiece, so I have to have 100 something. I think we're fine to leave this on for the time being. Here, the varsity in Atlanta has really good food. I mean, it depends on your definition of what really good food means. It is not a place that people who live here go to regularly. It's more of like a tourist place. But it's, for what it is, it's fine. It's greasy, fast food style burgers and hot dogs, and they've got chili dogs, and they have this milkshake adjacent thing. It's not really a milkshake, called a frosted orange. That's good. I don't know. I thought that for the price they charged, it wasn't worth going to. As someone who lived for a number of years technically within walking distance of the varsity, if I wanted to hurt myself, then I could walk all the way there. Much easier by bike or obviously driving. But I never really thought it was worth what they charged. I don't think it's bad. It's not someplace I regularly went to. But if you're doing touristy things and you're in town for a conference or work or whatever, and you're going to go to the tourist stuff in downtown, like the World of Coke or the Aquarium or the College Football Hall of Fame, and you want to go, then yeah, it's worth going. It's worth going at least once. But it's, I think it is underwhelming for the price they charge for stuff. And of course, it's expensive because everything is now. There's an army training camp that has a Burger King on it for the permanent personnel. They have a wall of challenges for 100 patty. Oh my god. 100 patty burger. Honestly, that seems like something that, like, late teens, early 20s military guys would be all over. Completely on brand. There was a guy I knew when I was in college, who we went to McDonald's once, and he had 40 chicken McNuggets. And I'm not going to tell you his name, but I asked him, was like, family-friendly version, what's wrong with you? We're eating 40 of those. You're going to be dying on the floor of a bathroom within an hour. He's like, no, it's going to be fine. What was he doing in an hour? Yeah. He did not have a fun time. But he's the kind of guy that would absolutely have gone for a 100 patty burger challenge. So, all right, so I'm incredibly invested in this specific Burger King challenge 100 patty burger thing. Is that has to be a team challenge, right? Like one human being cannot in one sitting eat 100 patty burger. It cannot be possible. Like, Burger King burgers are not that small. Well, the Whoppers aren't that small. I guess the regular, what do they call it, like a double stack or whatever, those patties I guess are kind of small. But I'm so curious. Like, is this something that you were ever, like, asked to do with your buddies there? Or is this just something you saw and you're like, wow, this is incredibly stupid, and laughed about it? Like, I feel like that's like one of those things, like, you get like 4 or 5 of your buddies and you go in there at like 1 in the morning, you just power through it. I need to play the game, he said for the 18th time in the past hour. Let's check our progress over here. Got 2 more of these. We need more circuit boards. It would have been so much faster if you would just set it up. Yes, I know. But that's part of the fun. If it was Whopper meat, that's 25 pounds of meat. That's diabolical. There's no way anyone would survive that. That's nuts. Yeah, the regular Whopper patty is like what, like a 1/3 pound or something. It's big. I don't know if it's a 1/2 pound, but it feels like it's a lot bigger than most of the other places. Man, oh, if there's like, okay, there's a couple actors that I would have loved if they would have been with us for longer. John Candy is definitely on that list. Absolutely hilarious. When you worked there, it was a 1/4 pound. Really? It must just be because they're so thin. But it's just like the width of those patties was huge. The down payment is too much for the amount of beef. A per person challenge. All right. Did anyone ever beat that 100 patty burger? Like one human being? Like I get like doing military training is probably one of the most strenuous things you can put your body through, but I don't think anyone even has the capacity to eat 100 patties at once, no matter how hungry you are. Then a live stream years ago, I saw your face with your beard. Do you still have it? I still have the beard or the live stream footage, because the answer to both of those is probably yes. Well, it's definitely yes to I still have the beard. I try to keep all my live stream footage, but some of them I end up deleting so I have hard drive space. The Twitch ones, I'm pretty sure I still have all of those. The YouTube ones, since they're archived on YouTube, I generally delete the recordings whenever I have to export a video and need more hard drive space. The food challenge things are always so funny to me, because they're either just completely normal stuff that like a really hungry college student could accomplish easily, or it's something insane that no human being should ever be able to do. There's almost no in between. I'm just trying to imagine like what kind of human being can eat 100 patties and not just die of stomach rupture. Trying to think what else. There's a couple places in Atlanta that have those kind of food challenges. There is a pizza place, I don't know if it's still there, in one of the northern suburbs of Atlanta that has I think it's a 30-inch pizza. And one of the challenges is like you and one other person have, I think it was an hour to eat the whole thing. And you're not allowed to get up or vomit or whatever. And if you do that, you get your picture on the wall and you get a t-shirt or something. Like a 30-inch pizza is huge. That's a lot of pizza. That is just an unbelievable amount of pizza. Like we would go there. We wouldn't do the challenge, but we just buy the 30-inch pizza if we had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 guys gonna play video games for a weekend or whatever. Once took down 100 Jack in the Box tacos. Okay, I can believe that. Are we talking the mini tacos or like the really greasy bigger ones? Well, I guess either of those. The big ones, the Jack in the Box tacos, have so little actual meat in them that you can eat a whole bunch of them before you feel full. But the grease is going to take you out. It's too much. I need to play the game. The grease is just way too much. But those little tacos, I can eat like, I don't know, 20 or 30 of those probably easily. I should not eat 20 or 30 of those in one sitting, but I absolutely could. Those are pretty good for what they are. Are we out of... We're not out of plastic, are we? Is this another issue of the fuel clogged up the... Yep. I need to put a sink over here for the fuel. Because it's causing these to back up. There we go. Yeah, get this plastic in here for sure. I think I might have told this story before, but one of our cross-country trips we're driving around and we came across a Jack in the Box that had, on the back of the receipt, said, do a survey and get 2 free tacos. Because, you know, these places always want to know about the customer service, whatever, so either they can drone strike their employees who aren't doing a good job, or they can, whatever metrics they use for their other stuff. So we got our food, and then we did the survey, we got our free tacos. With the free tacos, we got a receipt. And you know what was on the back of that receipt was the survey to get free tacos. So we did that like 3 times. We just had a whole bunch of free tacos. It was wild. It was fun. Upscale Glendale Steakhouse now carries its own version of the famous old 96er. That's fun. I know there's the place, there's a place in Texas, I can't remember what it's called, but it's that steakhouse. You can see it if you're driving down the freeway. They got a billboard for like the 72-ounce steak challenge. And you have to have the 72-ounce steak, shrimp cocktail salad, and a baked potato. And then if you finish it all, it's free. If not, you have to pay for it or whatever. And I think they have a webcam you can watch it, which is hilarious. But I just every time I've ever passed that, I just think, who can actually eat that much steak? 72 ounces is what? That's like 5 pounds? That's like 5 pounds of steak. Did you just say drone strike their employees? It's sarcasm. But a lot of food service companies are just brutally cruel to their employees. Just like it, just complete disregard for like people's well-being. It just seems to be the standard thing unless you work for like a really small chain or like a mom and pop place. Although those can be bad too. But yeah, survey to get the free tacos to get a survey. We did that a lot, and then we said, you know what, we probably should stop doing this before somebody gets mad. But I don't. We might have had like 8 or 10 free tacos by the time we were done with it. Like, all right, I don't want to eat any more of these. Get in the car. Never understood the point of fast food survey. Ah, yes. Let's have a chat about fast food working environments. Or I didn't work in fast food. I worked in a sports bar type restaurant that had the same kind of things. It's the people in the corporate office have to justify being employed. So they come up with all sorts of these stupid metrics to meet, and this, that, and the other. You have to, this percentage of repeat customers. Right. It's a transactional thing. Like, people have loyalty to different fast food restaurants, but I promise you, no one is going to recommend a specific location of a Wendy's, for example, to somebody else over another one unless the other location is just incredibly bad. Like, I have Wendy's and other restaurants. I specifically say people do not go to that one because if you go in there, your order will always be wrong or it's really dirty. I don't tell people, hey, go to this specific location because it's really good. I'll say, don't go here. So I don't know. They have these metrics they want to meet, and because that determines their bonus structure, and then the people further up the chain. And meanwhile, the people in the restaurant get treated like garbage. They're constantly under scheduling employees, so they can't make enough money, so they have to go get another job, and then they get punished for not being available because they have to go work another job so they can afford to eat. Or they say, oh, you can't have free food, but you work in a restaurant. Like, how are you going to have employees in a restaurant making the food and they don't get free food? You make them pay for their food. They're making the food. They're going to steal it anyway. Just give them the food. It's always bugged me. And then the restaurants, like the one I worked in, the people in the corporate office were clueless, like completely clueless about how the actual stuff was supposed to work. They're like, oh, you have to meet this percentage of survey responses or you're going to get fired. You can't force someone to take a survey about all this stuff. People don't care. You have to give them an incentive. And they stopped giving out the free food, so people stopped doing surveys. And they're like, you're not getting enough surveys. You're going to get fired. Why? Are you that desperate to know that someone is just going to take a survey and click all fives because if they don't, someone in the restaurant gets executed? Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. How can they possibly go above and beyond at fast food? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The places I go to for lunch sometimes when I'm in the office, I know a lot of the people. I don't know them personally, like we're best friends, but we recognize each other, and they always give me good service because I go in there and I treat them like human beings, and I'm not screaming at them over simple mistakes. It's that easy. You just respect people, and they're gonna like you. So I go in there, and they say, "Hey, we're trying to do surveys." Yeah, okay, I'll take the survey because I want to help them out because they're nice people and they do a good job. But it's so stupid to have a survey after every single interaction, every single thing you ever do. Like, is the data that valuable for me to say, yes, I purchased item X and it was good? Like, if it's not good, people aren't going to buy it. Like, what? It's such a waste of resources. Like I said before, the average person needs to take a step back, take a deep breath, take the stick out. Yep, 100%. So many things in life are just not worth getting stressed out about. But people just get bent out of shape over the silliest things. Like, it's fast food. It's a transaction. I am hungry. I buy food. I eat the food. The money that I pay you for the food goes to pay for the employees and pay for the running of the restaurant. Everybody wins until somebody screws it up and makes it about something else. On the next episode of Satisfactory, yes, again, I need to play the game, quote unquote. I promise we're gonna get something done. We're gonna get something done. I need to make more. Oh, I don't have enough slots. I need to put these in the little crusher thing here. All right, 2 adaptive control units, automated wiring. See, I thought we had caught up with that. Are we out of? Yep, we're out of cables. All right, let's pop these in here. Go grab a couple more stacks. Yeah, This is like the same kind of thing I was just saying about like the poor VOD watchers of all these things. Like nothing ever gets accomplished. I guess if you like listening to people talk to other people that aren't actually talking by reading chat, then hey, okay, you'll probably like watching the VODs here. But if you want actual gameplay, maybe not. Yeah, I'm building. I'm attempting to complete the space elevator phase 3, so I can unlock tiers 7 and 8, so we can do more interesting stuff. But I've just ended up getting derailed by discussions, which is fine. That's why we do live streams, so we can interact with each other. But it just ends up being a whole thing. All right, and I don't have any more. I got 4 circuit boards, but I need to go get more. Copper ore. Oh, I'm out of jet fuel because I got rid of all of it, and now I have the biofuel for my jetpack. That's fine. Just have to remember not to go too high, or it's not going to be able to stop me from falling down. Oh, it's getting so hot in here now. That's the one really bad thing about the way that I have my my stuff set up is that my room gets incredibly hot when I live stream or record videos. And it's about to be summer here, which means my room's going to be hot anyway. So I don't know, I'm going to have to figure something out. And the other problem is having some work done on the house, so we've got to gotta like move some stuff around in the attic. So right now there's like no insulation on top of where my bedroom is because I've been crawling around up in there trying to find out where stuff goes. But whenever I run the air conditioner, it does not stay cold in here because I have to put the insulation back or buy new ones or whatever. So it's gonna be bad if I can't get this stuff put back in place. But hopefully I can get that taken care of before, I don't know, May or June, because then it's going to be just apocalyptically hot in here. What was I... Oh, I was putting this in the what do you call it? Yeah, this thing. Copper ore. I got so much other stuff here that we just have basically completely ignored. How are we looking on these things? Okay, I'm going to turn this machine off so we don't use so many of these smart platings. I don't think I could survive living here with no AC. It would be absolutely miserable. Still need motors. Okay, I need 39 more engines, which means I need math 78 motors. Hopefully they get working on those sooner rather than later. Circuit boards, circuit boards, circuit boards. So it looks like I've got enough computers. I might actually have... Oh no, did I count my computers wrong? No, I didn't. Okay. I did not. I had some in my inventory already, and that's what was messing me up. So now I'm going to have 98 adaptive control units. Oh, so I just need the one more automated wiring. I need to turn this off immediately then, because I think I just made the last one. Yes. Cool. I don't want any more automated wiring, so that's going to stay off until I figure out what I have to do with the rest of those. Have you ever had the inside of the ducts dusted? No. Actually, no. We did... Okay, I say we. I was like 8. Sometime in the 90s, my parents had somebody come in and do it. There's like, I guess people that like travel around and offer that service, but almost all the time they're like scamming you. They don't actually clean very much, which I think is what happened here. We found out that they had put in these like filter things in all of our registers, but we didn't know they were there. So, and they started from the condensation. They started molding. We're trying to figure out where's this mold smell coming from. So I took my register off of my ceiling, and inside is just black mold from like the condensation dripping on this thing. It's like, how long has this been in here? And then we couldn't figure it because we'd never taken those off. we couldn't figure out why it was even in there. And then my mom goes, oh yeah, sometime in, I don't know, like 1998, we hired these people to come out. Like, okay, first of all, how do you remember that? Second of all, why? Why did they put this in here? But I took that stuff out and the smell's gone. And then the volume of air that came out of my vent was like, it immediately doubled because it didn't have all that resistance to go through, which was nice. But we probably do need to have some sort of cleaning done. Like, I'll vacuum the return registers, and I'll take that off sometimes, and like the box inside of it sometimes will have dust build up. But for the most part, just cleaning that and taking the filter out of the unit and replacing that whenever that needs to get done takes care of most of it. I think the bigger issue is, for the air conditioner specifically, is ours is in the attic for the upstairs, and the attic is non-conditioned space, and in the summer it gets to be about 130 degrees up there. So the poor air conditioning unit does not have a chance at all of cooling the air enough because it has to work against the environment that it's in. I don't know why they build houses like that. It makes absolutely no sense to me why you would put the HVAC unit in an unconditioned space that gets that hot. But that's what they did, and I can't move it. I can't move it because we'd have to completely rip all the things out, and it's the same unit is also like a gas-fed heater. So you don't mess with the natural gas connections. You have to have somebody come out and turn it off, and then you have to hire, I don't know if plumbers can do that or it has to be a specific like technician for the natural gas stuff. But it would cost us so much money to move it. It was just not worth it. Just run the thing 24/7 between April and October and just cry about the bill. That's pretty much what you have to do. Done properly, it can add to the airflow greatly. Oh, I don't doubt it. I absolutely believe it. But our issue with the temperature is probably just because the coil is so hot because it's in the unconditioned space. The actual volume of air that comes through is, I don't know, probably could be improved, but it's fine, I think. Now that I took those inserts out. If I felt more inclined to spend a week in the attic getting the pink insulation in my skin and being miserable, I would just run new ductwork. Because at this point it's almost 40 years old, I think. It's really not that expensive. The expensive thing is having the labor for someone who's like licensed to do it. That's what costs money almost all the time. There was a period of time, I think in the 90s or wherever, my parents were talking about, oh, they wanted to have the gas run to the stove so we could have a gas stove. For some reason, the house had the gas for the heaters and the water heaters, but it didn't have gas for the dryer, didn't have gas for the stove, and they had gas put in for the dryer because they wanted to have a gas dryer. But it never made it into the kitchen. And then they were going to have somebody come out and they wanted a crazy amount of money for it, so we said, all right, forget it. We're just not going to do that. Devilish will do it for a cheese pizza. Is Devilish certified and knowledgeable in the natural gas installation business? Probably could be improved, but it's fine, I guess. Okay, yeah. That's a good one. I'm not reading the second half of that, though. Remember, the pink stuff is not cotton candy. Yeah, don't eat it. It doesn't taste good. What are you doing for pizza? I believe Drexos has volunteered for you to come and run new gas lines for my upstairs HVAC unit in exchange for pizza. You got to be careful with the cheese pizza. Don't abbreviate that. Anyway, moving on. We've got our 100 adaptive control units, which means this now needs to be turned off. So that will be there, and then we can put all of our energy and efforts into finishing our modular engines. So now, this is already turned off. We've got, this can be reprogrammed to do something else. But for right now, I don't think we need to worry about it. We just need to make sure that these get built. So we can actually come in and make some motors, help boost this thing along, because it certainly isn't making those by itself. I have a couple credits for HVAC when I was slotted. Really? Oh, was that like a military thing when you went to your, I can't remember what the actual acronym is for it, but they have the, after basic training, you have your, is it MEPS or whatever? Yeah, when I took the ASVAB, which, funny story, I did not know until after I took it that it's not supposed to be a mandatory test everybody takes. At my school, it was basically It was told to us that it was mandatory for all 11th graders to take the ASVAB. So, okay, we all take the ASVAB. And then everybody gets nonstop calls from the military recruiters about, oh, blah, 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 volunteering for, like, no, we had no idea this was a voluntary thing. We just told we had to do it, so we did it. They called every day for like 3 months. It's like, no, I'm not interested in joining the military. I'm sorry, we were told we had to take the test, so I took the test. It's like, oh, okay, well, like, stop calling. Stop calling. If I want to, I'll go to the recruiting office. Certified in eating pizza. That's cool though. It's nice to have like different knowledge of stuff, especially if it's a useful trade. That's something I think is really important that the American education system has not done a good job of, is getting kids into trades. Because that's always, you get fed, at least the district I was in, which I really should not complain. It's a very good school system and there's a lot of great stuff about it. But they had such an emphasis on college prep and specific, I guess you could call, high demand job tracks like engineering and medicine and everything, that they just kind of sometimes railroaded kids into going into that stuff. And we didn't have a shop class. We didn't have there was an auto shop, but it was an elective and you couldn't take it if you were in some other stuff. So like I would have been interested in taking auto shop. I didn't have a slot to do it, so I didn't get to take it. We didn't have a wood shop. We didn't have a metal shop. We didn't have XYZ. So there's all these different things that would be really, really useful just to have as a skill, even if you're not going to do it as a career, that a lot of kids, at least in my part of the country, don't have access to. So they don't know if maybe they would like being a sheet metal worker, or they like doing HVAC stuff or car repair or whatever. They just never have a chance to do it unless they go into it on their own. I don't know, like, college is not for everybody. It really is not. Yeah, the ASVAB test was so funny too, because we like there were a bunch of us that got really, really high scores because we were so used to taking the standardized test, and a lot of the stuff in some sections was just like really, really obvious. I don't know why it was even on a test, but I guess they have to do that. Oh, I need to find, I think I still have my copy of the score report. I got like a 93 or something on it. And they would not stop calling. They're like, you could have any job you wanted. Like, well, I don't want to do any of that. I got plans to do XYZ other thing. Like, like, stop calling my house at 8 o'clock. We were having dinner. Stop calling. Stop calling. So then we just stopped picking up the phone, and then at some point it stopped. But it's like everybody was getting these calls that took this test. They just would not stop. Anyway, let's get some more of these copper ore pieces here. And then we can hopefully, because we're going to keep needing circuit boards and stuff, so we can just keep feeding that machine. I won the ASVAB. I mean, you made a gainful career out of it, so yeah, I would say you won. Yeah, we'll just, I'm gonna have to, I don't have any, I still haven't finished that factory that was making the iron rods. But I was about to say I can't make a storage container because I don't have any of those. So let's keep feeding some of this in. I'm gonna probably condense most of the rest of this, but we need to finish that that iron rod factory. Take most of these out of here. I need to get another stack of fuel. Yeah, I'll just put that back in. And then we need to finish that other thing, because it's, I'm pretty sure at this point now, the modular engines will take care of themselves. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And we have about another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes until that's finished. So pop that in. Should be good to go. I knew a guy that got a 6? Like 0.6 on the ASVAB? I am struggling to figure out how that's even possible. Unless you just get absolutely every question wrong. Well, hey, standardized tests aren't for everybody. But that's a really low score. Alright, so what are we actually missing to get this factory up and running. So I know we didn't do a lot of the wiring for it, but I think the bottom part actually, yeah. See, it's getting the iron out, and it's made it into bars, but it hasn't had anything come out. I didn't get any fuel. I was going to do that. Oh, okay. It's because we hadn't had the constructors up here actually hooked up to anything. Two plus 2 can equal 5. I mean, in base, I think if you change the number set from base 10 to something else, then 2 plus 2 actually could equal 5. But in common parlance, I don't think. No. I don't know. I'm not here to have religious debates because people get really offended about some of that stuff when different opinions arise. But yeah, me and math don't get along anyway. What was I? Oh, I was putting in walls so I can do wiring for this. Yep, I have many opinions about different religions. I will keep them to myself out of respect to people with different beliefs, because it's not necessary for me to know yours. It's not necessary for you to know mine. I guess that's probably about as far as we need to go into that. But I like math that works that I can understand. to directly address the 2 plus 2 equals 5. All I know is if I eat 2 slices of pizza and only have 2, then I have none. Yes. If you eat the pizza, it goes away. Meet a recruiter. Put me in a fighter jet and make me pilot them. How tall are you again? Yeah, I can't because physics. Is that because you're too tall or because you're too short? Because I know there is a height limit, or there was at some point because of the room you had to have to reach certain things in the cockpit, and because you had to sit on a parachute or whatever. But I don't know if it's still like that or not. The booster seats. And that was the other thing. Like when I was a kid, I thought, it would be fun to be a pilot. And then like, all right, well, you're blind. Well, I'm not literally blind, but legally speaking, if I don't have my glasses on, I can't operate a vehicle or whatever. And I guess they've got really strict restrictions on, the military specifically has on like fighter pilots and different things. And then like commercial transport aviation, you have to have some specific like vision metric or whatever. And I was like, all right, it's not going to work. What was I going to... Oh, that's right. I'm trying to wire this stuff up. I was going to figure out how to do that. Because we've got, let's see, should be 16, I think, right here. They've got to get hooked up. So I was going to try and see the wall outlet Mark II might not be enough because of how they have to get chained together. I was going to put those on a ceiling, but then I have to have an idea of, am I going to have another floor on this, or can I get away with not doing that? Pass out much easier at high Gs if you're too tall. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because the blood has a further distance to go to your extremities, and blood volume, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. But that makes sense, that will be an issue. Time to drink water. Wow, it's almost 11 o'clock? How did that happen? And why is our engines going so slow? I need to decide, is this going to be the outside wall of the building? Or is it going to be an outside wall of the building? Yeah, it probably is. I just need to put in windows here. Alright, so that's a window. This right here probably needs to be a window. Yeah, let's do that. Or maybe this one level probably shouldn't be all windows. I didn't want to press a G. Why did it do that? Basic wall. Let's do basic wall. This level can be windows. Alright, so that's going to go there. I get on top of that. Now, I think, height-wise, yeah, I'm going to have another level, or these rods are going to stick through the ceiling. The hour-long talk about how good Hawaiian pizza is, that's not my recollection of the conversation, but okay. All right, I need to put a roof on top of this. Am I going to do that style? I think I want to do that style again because you get the nice sun in the east wall. So if that's the case, then I've got to I got to start putting these other panels on. Did we decide the 4-meter ones or the? I think those are 2 meters. That's fine. So we'll do that, and then on that guy, I've got to put the frame window coming down, which I think I have to do by. Why does that say it has some sort of an intersection problem? Time's not real. Do we take the red pill or the blue pill? Oh, that's a question. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Am I going to have enough silica actually continue putting these in? Oh, no, I got that wrong again. Why can I not just have this come straight down like this? I always have to put this other one on top. Man, I sure hope I didn't screw this up. I probably did. Oh, I absolutely did. I absolutely did. That is supposed to be the 4-meter. Oops. All right, let's try that again. I was like, this isn't supposed to be getting this close. What you building? I am finishing the iron rod factory to the point where we can actually start making iron rods. That's something I was starting to do last episode, and then we got very distracted, I guess we could say. Yeah, I need this to go down without having to build. Come on. There you go. That's what that's supposed to look like. And that's not that side. All right, I guess I got to be on this side to do it. There is a correct way to do this that is not the way that I'm currently doing it. But that involves more material than I actually have access to. The reason I'm doing this is so I can put the power outlets on the ceiling. Because that's going to be a stumbling block until we can get that finished. I literally just told you what we're building. Don't give me that. Sometimes you have to watch on the TV app when your computer throws a fit. I don't think I've ever had a problem watching YouTube live streams to the degree that I would have to use it on the TV. That's interesting. So that's at least for right now, that probably should work. I know that looks insane the way that we have this set up, but I need to be able to connect all of these things at once. So if I go right in the middle here, standing there, I think I want right in the center. But the of course I have to have iron rods to make this. All right, fine. I've got plates. All right. I guess I will just grab some iron ingots and then just go make a bunch of rods so I can actually finish these things. All right, 30 ought to be enough. Now, do I have a workbench over here? I don't. I should probably make one. I can't make one of those because it has rods. All right. Man, me and these iron rods, man, I'm telling you. It is unbelievable. Have you ever thought about playing a random game with the audience? It depends on what game it is. That would probably be something I would do for the beard boosters first, because I pretty much never do enough to justify the money these guys send me. But I feel like that could be a fun, like a community thing, like a Jackbox or whatever. But the building games typically aren't suited that much toward multiplayer stuff. At least not with a big group of people. It'd have to be, I don't know, 1 or 2, 3 people. So if you wanted to have a like a larger group thing, then Jackbox would be the way to go. But not, obviously not everybody wants to play games like that. But what that does is you can have, I don't know, like 8 people in a room, but then anybody watching the stream can actually still vote on different things or affect outcomes of stuff. And that's fun. The interaction bit of that could work. But for it to be actually viable for YouTube live streaming would probably have to be tied into a building type of game, and I'm not exactly sure how that would work. Or else the algorithm is going to bury me, and then that's the end of that. But Twitch stuff, absolutely. There's all sorts of options for that. Or if it's, like I was saying, the Beard Booster private thing, like in a Discord VC or something, that's easy to do with pretty much anything. What was I doing up here? Oh, I was making rods. There we go. And we can get those things making more rods. And that solves a lot of our problems. All right, now we got rods. Let's go back over here. What's in these things? Oh, I put these here so that when I did my hypertube launches, I could put all my inventory in case I died. That's why that's there. So I need to come over here and grab fuel for my jetpack. There we go. That solves that problem. This is getting to the point where it's going to make sense. We're almost there. Yeah, so if I come in the middle right here of a set of 4 and don't stand on the conveyor itself, if I come pretty much right in the middle and go right here in the center, I think that's going to be the best option for powering this stuff. While I'll mark 2 right there should be perfect. Yeah, look at that. All right, cool. So then I can take my cables and just hook 4 of these up, assuming that's the correct machine. Looks like it is. And then since they're the Mark IIs, I got 7 connections, which will be good for 4 machines. Come on. 4 machines plus connecting to the next one plus connecting to the outside in this scenario. So we'll just have to keep going with the next set of these guys. Because that's connected. These are the ones that have to be connected here. So that would go right in the center of that guy. Yep, just like that. Nice and simple. Alright, so then that has to go here to there. That works. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's not the most beautiful thing ever, but it is functional, and it is at very least consistent. So that's going to work out just fine. Our power coming into the bottom of the building comes in where? Oh, okay, I didn't see it was put up right there. I'm going to have to put another one of these tower things in and get that hooked up to the outside, the way that that is situated. Yeah, because this entire side over here is also going to have to be connected. Then I think that's what this is going to end up being hooked up to. But for right now, to get this started, I will do that. So those can get going. And then that's going to send the iron rods down this chute here. And we will have to put a container to accept those. And we'll do an industrial storage. And I'll just put that right there. That'll be fine. This coming out is going to be a very, very fast... Oh, good, I have 76 of these. Yeah, so we'll do the Mark IV belt, and that should be able to handle everything that we can throw at it. It's not going to be completely full yet, because not everything's hooked up. I think it's only 8 of these right now. But now we finally have automated rods in a faster speed. So we can just kind of let that go for a minute here. See how many of those we can get, and then hopefully, we can keep up with the rest of this stuff. For right now, though, I think we need to put some more motors in the, yep, modular engine machine. Let's do that. Wait, I don't have either of these? I know I have tons of stators. I just need to make rotors, so I need to get more screws. And I know we have screws. We have tons of screws. So give me a couple stacks of these bad boys. Let's go. 4 of those should be enough. Then I need to just go grab some stators from over here where we were making a ton of those. So those should be... Okay, I got a stack of 100. That works. Come over here and take care of that. And then hopefully within the next couple minutes or so we have all those engines done. Maybe next 15. But I just have to make a whole bunch of rotors. Because that thing can't handle doing it. Ugh. Now I got a crick in my neck from looking over at the other monitor this whole time. And it's almost 11 o'clock. I am probably going to have to end the stream at some point soon. I got to figure out what I'm doing about the Iron Teeth playthrough. I'm supposed to have a video out on that tomorrow, but it takes so long to do those now. I kind of can't with the time I have left for today. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just do another. Maybe I'll do another stream tomorrow instead of a video. So it would take me probably 5 hours to do one. Did you know that eating bacon twice a day reduces the chances of being a vegan by 100%? Okay, that's good. I did not think that that's where that was going to go. Alright, so this is... Oh, that's not the right thing to click on. There it is. That's making motors a little bit faster. This now has a backlog that should help. Need another 22 modular engines. So we have the rods. I got the stators. I just need to have motors. Does this have enough stators in it? Oh, it absolutely does. Rotors, rotors, rotors. Okay, let's go back over here and get the rest of our rods. We should have, hopefully, at least a stack or two ready to go. Someone needs to find a way to make fake tofu out of bacon. How would that even work? Yes. Just like that. Okay, I'm not, like, intimately familiar with what tofu even is, but I thought it was like a plant product. So how are you going to make a plant product out of bacon? Or fake tofu, whatever. Oh, you know what? I haven't tried. See, I haven't seen if I've gotten my my gift membership options back yet. I get 5 free ones per month to hand out to people. But I have to do it from my mobile app, watching my own stream. No, I don't want to watch Coachella. Go away, YouTube. Let's see if I can get into stream chat on my phone here while we're waiting to make all these rotors. Alright. So, if I go here to membership gifting... Yeah, my free gift subs aren't back yet. I wonder what day they come back. Because I've tried that. I've done it before, and I had a bunch to give out. Nope, can't do that. That's disappointing. I keep wanting to like give them out, but it hasn't refreshed them yet. It just gives me the option to buy memberships. Why is there an option to buy 50 at one time? Who's spending that much money on this? No, there's this one guy on Twitch I watch who does drum streams. 8-bit drummer, if you've ever seen him. But he's got like a couple whales in his chat where there's like one guy will donate like 100 gift subs every stream. It's like, what do you do for work that you can afford to spend $500 3 times a week? Like, how is that even possible? That's so much money. Tofu is made from soybeans. Oh, okay. All right. I see the vision now. I see where you're going with this. Because the fake bacon is made out of soy. Or the fake bacon bits or whatever. Now, all right. You got me interested with this. Devilish, I appreciate you, and you know this. Please do not spend $150 in gift memberships. I am begging you. You got stuff to pay with in your own life. You got animals to take care of. You got lady friends to sustain and go on nice dinners. I am interested to know though what your cumulative membership gifting has been. You've done a lot, but I don't know where to go to get that information. One day you'll do a geometric frog statue. I mean, maybe if I can figure out how to make it not look terrible. Drexel's had a good looking one. I don't know if he's still in chat or not, but yeah, the one he posted on the Discord, and I did a little video on it. That was good. Tofu's curdled soy milk that's compressed into blocks. Well, that doesn't sound appetizing. Like, I know it was in some cultures they'll use it as like a protein substitute to not have to have meat, or in certain things. Like, I don't think that's something I'm ever going to want to eat personally. All right. I see what you're getting at. Oh, cool. You are still here. Yeah, please do always share when you make those. It's always fun to look at. I need to do more of those colony submission review videos. I haven't looked at the form in a couple weeks. I know there are a couple people that had asked specifically where they could send stuff for me to look at, and I just have not had time to get into it. 16. We need 16 more of these. We're looks like we're making good progress. And then we can finally complete the space elevator and then look and see what tier 7 and 8 are, but I don't know how much more time I'm going to have to actually play the game tonight. We'll see. Like tofu, but vegans annoy me. I don't know what it is, but it seems like certain subsets of like cultures can be very irritating to people that aren't like doing what they're doing. I don't know. I'm never going to tell people what they can and cannot do with their lives. I see the merits to meat-free lifestyles. It's not going to be me. I love meat too much. But I can understand and appreciate people that do that. But yeah, I'm definitely not ever replacing meat with tofu. Never, ever, 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 ever am I going to do that. Yes, preachiness I cannot stand. Make your choices the way you want to make your choices. Live your life as you choose. That, I believe, is the most fundamental of human rights, is to be able to live as you please and not be harassed for it. But, yeah, if you're trying to, like, be the morality police on people, stop it. Just stop it. It does not matter. Okay, that's what I'd always heard, is that it's supposed to take on the flavor of what you cook it with. It's basically cottage cheese. Ugh. I hate cottage cheese. Ugh. I don't know what it is about it. It's just ugh. It just makes my like skin crawl. It's probably a texture thing, honestly, which has other implications. But do we actually have enough? We should have enough motors coming in to make the rest of these. But I will go ahead and... Is this actually stuck here, or is that... Okay. I think that's a glitch. We can make a couple more rotors and then get that stuff going. It might actually be kind of good fried, but I'm not sure if that would be because of the merits of the tofu or the merits of frying it. Could you never make that sound again? Well, I can't promise I'll never make it again, but I can't believe OJ died on the 10th. Yeah, that again, we don't need to relitigate the jury trial or anything, but I just thought it was funny is probably not the right term to use from a sensitivity standpoint, but I kind of don't care. It's hilarious objectively that Ford announced a recall on the Bronco the day OJ died. That's all I need to say about that. It's like this cannot possibly be real. Dude absolutely was an incredible athlete. 100%. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I don't have motors. I have rotors. That's right. I gotta put them in here. Alrighty. We need 8 more engines. And we are getting close. Yes. Man, oh, Naked Gun's so good. Man, I miss that style of humor in movies, man. Like, I feel like so much modern comedy is based off of just being as, like, deliberately incendiary and offensive as possible. And people are, like, not as willing to commit to a really funny, well-crafted bit anymore. Man, Naked Gun was fantastic. Do you redact that? I don't care. Do what you want. Airplane, I love Airplane. The second one wasn't as good, but oh man, the first one has got to be like top 5 comedy movies in my opinion. It's so funny. It's like, it's irreverent, but it's not like offensive about it. I think one of the, there's just so much funny stuff in there. like when the like when the kids in the cockpit talking trash about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just like, come on, that's hilarious. You can't get any funnier than that kind of stuff. I am serious. Don't call me Shirley, etc. Or the or that one, like the woman who was like in hysterics, and then like everyone on the plane got up to just slap her in the face, and there's a whole line all the way down the aisle. Stryker, yeah. All of it's just good, man. It's so good. The blow up autopilots. Man, what a great movie. It's absolutely fantastic. So I got 496. This will be 497. That'll be 498. That'll be 499. And then the next one that comes out of here is the last one. So we'll let this come out, and then I guess we can shut this machine down. Yeah, his name was Otto. Blazing Saddles, also in that same category. Alright. And that's that. So that's finally, we got all these things made. So we'll let those get in there. And then we'll pull the lever. The space elevator will do its little pew thing. And then we can unlock 7 and 8. Man, it's been so long. I don't know if I ever actually saw a loaded weapon, like the whole thing. Oh my, this is so slow. Go faster. Go faster. Come on. I guess we can make our way around to the front of this thing. Hey, thanks for the gift membership, Drexos. And it goes to Wrenching on Cars. Welcome back. You get early access to videos that I'm not uploading tomorrow because now it is 11 o'clock and I'm not going to have time to make one. But every other video, you know, you get them the night before. And you get to support all of the fun stuff that we have here, so appreciate you. All right. We have everything. It's loaded. It's about to be sealed. And now it's about to be sent. And we look up and you can see this thing shoot out. Always a fun animation to watch. That's cool stuff. Holy, okay. This was not here the last time I played Satisfactory. There was no phase 4. It was just phase 3 was the end of it. So I don't know what any of those things are that are up in the corner, but we have to make thousands of them, and that's going to take 800,000 years. So I guess let's check out tier 7 and 8, because I know they restructured stuff. Oh, Spaceballs is so good. It's so funny. Oh my god, man. The bit with the combs in the desert. Gotta go see it, MB3. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, tier 7, bauxite refinement. Okay, that's aluminum, yep. Mark 5 logistics, that's the fast belts that can do 780 per minute. Hazmat suit gets us into radiation land, which will be useful. But there's a bunch of stuff we haven't been able to make yet that we'll have to have for that. Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I'm referencing. Robin Hood Men in Tights, fantastic movie. It's so good, man. Aeronautical engineering. Okay, so this is the drones. I've not played with that. Oh, assembly director system. That's this thing. That we need 4,000 of those. What's the recipe for this? It's not going to show me unless I unlock this. Supercomputers, batteries, packaged sulfuric acid, regular sulfuric acid. Battery, okay, makes sense. Hover packs to replace the jetpack. Oh, that's actually really useful. Okay. Hitchhikers. I didn't see the movie, I don't think, but I read the Hitchhikers books almost 20 years ago. I think might have been like a freshman in high school. Here it is. Nuclear power for tier 8. Magnetic field generator. Okay. Oh, I should look and see if this was in one of the tier 7 things. Aluminum casing. No, but that's a... Wait, what? What's a blender? Blending fluids and combining them with solid... Oh, okay. Okay. That's kind of cool. Assembly director system, and then... Okay, so everything else in here is tier 8. That was the magnetic field generator. Oh, look at all this. Oh, okay, so that's those resource wells. That's those geyser things that we saw. We can do water, oil, and nitrogen gas from those. Nitrogen gas packaging? Okay. Fused modular frame. Thermal propulsion rocket. Gotta make 1,000 of these for phase 4. Wow. Alright. Oh, what's going to be really funny is when these like high-level parts need all of the other parts to get made in this for the space elevator thing. That's going to be super infuriating. Particle enrichment. Nuclear pasta. What in the... What is that? Oh, okay, now it's going to tell me. Nuclear pasta is extremely dense degenerate matter. No, that's just 4chan. Formed when extreme pressure forces protons and electrons together into neutrons. It's theorized to exist naturally within the crust of neutrons. That's got to be incredibly hard to make. Pressure conversion cube. Okay, well, that's just the model for the pasta without the ball in the middle. Particle accelerators. Okay. Plutonium fuel rods, nitric acid, non-fissile uranium. Okay. Alright, so this is some crazy stuff in here now. Alright, so what do we want to do? What's our next milestone going to be? Do we want to do Mark V logistics? Or do... Oh, wait, hold on. We can't do Mark V logistics until we have... Yeah, we have to have aluminum. Okay, so this, I guess this one has to be the first one. The bauxite refinement. Unless I can do... Nope. Nope. It's got to be bauxite refinement. I'm kind of glad, honestly, they don't make movies like that anymore because, you know, like, modern culture would not tolerate that kind of humor. And honestly, some of it probably shouldn't be. I don't know, but it's funny. I haven't had anyone tell me directly that it is, like, deeply offensive to them, but I'm sure people exist that are going to be of that opinion. I don't know. Like, media, everything in media is a product of its time. So people are going to have different sensitivities and different styles of humor they think are funny and different cultural references, etc., so on and so forth. Like, a movie like Airplane, I don't think could be made, even regardless of, like, people getting offended about stuff. I don't think it could be made today. Just because the amount of pop culture references in that movie that, like, I don't know, people in their 20s probably are not going to get hardly any of it. But, I don't know. I'm in my early 30s. I understood almost all of it when I saw the movie the first time. But so much of that just isn't part of culture anymore. Or like, even like just the act of flying itself now is like you're sardine cans in the sky. Like there's no magic to it anymore. It's just, okay, you sit in your tiny seat and you get your bag of peanuts and your little half a cup of Coca-Cola and you shut up. Or if you fly Spirit Airlines, you don't get any of that unless you pay for it. Or Ryanair or whatever your low cost in your locale of the world is. It's just like it doesn't have the same kind of like an aura about it that it did back then in the 70s, 80s. Oh, it absolutely would give people meltdowns. Because people, I don't know. Again, culture changes over time, and then over time you come to realize, okay, well, maybe that wasn't the nicest thing to say. Or you find out that something you thought was really funny is actually like incredibly deeply offensive for specific reasons that we now know, based off of things that we've learned about how stuff has happened and the way different people get prejudiced against or whatever. I don't know. I'm not here to litigate any of that. I thought it was a funny movie. I like the movie. That's all there is to it. Ask for the can unopened. Will they do that for you? I always thought it was a they just didn't want to use that much product, so they put half a can in your cup and then use the other half for somebody else. Yeah, I think it's important to just approach things in the spirit in which they're intended, or whoever's telling it to you. Like I don't think the average person wants. I need to play the game. I don't think the average person actually sets out to like offend people with every single thing they do, but a lot of people just choose not to engage in good faith discourse. Might be the best way to say it. Like some people just exist for the whole like act of finding some way to get mad at somebody else. Like that's not productive discourse. 500 rubber, 50 computers, 200 motors. Okay, well we can already make most of this. We can already, I think we might actually have all that rubber already. The computers are going to be a problem. Motors, well, we know we can make them, it just might take a while. So this is going to have how much? 198 rubber. Do I just stand here and just keep hitting E until I pick it up? That's probably what I'm going to have to do. That's fine. We'll just sit here. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I'm pretty sure, is the title of the book in the movie. God, Super Troopers. I didn't watch Beer Fest, but Super Troopers is a wild movie. That's like that same kind of brand of humor, but like a little bit modernized. Animal House is also fantastic. That's like another kind of thing that you probably would not go over quite as well if that were released today. Alright, so I have 414 rubber, 415, 416. Can I find another 90-ish? Maybe not until the next train comes through. There's just, oh man, so much of the stuff in Animal House is just really hilarious, like from a writing perspective, like the really clever use of the names of stuff and everything. Like Simpsons do that too. Although I haven't watched Simpsons that much in a long time. But there's that one, I think it was a meme that went around on social media like a week or two ago. Somebody posted the was it Sneed's Feedin' Seed, formerly Chuck's, which I hope I don't have to spell out to you why that's funny and what makes that funny, the implication behind all that. It's like, good writing can make anything, well, within reason, can make anything fun, no matter what the subject matter. I think there's like a whole subset of people, like who will watch something like Bluey, like a kids program with their kids, and they'll pick out stuff that the writers put in for the parents that watch it. It's like, okay, so your kid's going to want to watch the thing that is specifically designed for children, and you know they're going to want to watch it with you, so the people that make it put stuff in there so the adults don't want to blow their brains out having to sit through it 500 hours a day. I like that kind of stuff, where they put little things in there, Easter eggs for other people to catch. Yeah. I think that kind of thing, Roy, goes back to what I was saying about like media being a product of its time. Like it has to be able to be appreciated in the spirit with which it was intended. And people are going to take stuff differently at any point in time. And it's going to have a different critical reception, etc., so on and so forth. No. I like art for art's sake most of the time. SpongeBob had some wild episodes. Stuff that I cannot believe aired on Nickelodeon. Like the, what was it, the panty raid one where they find out it's Mr. Krabs' mom's house? It's like, I can't believe that got aired on kids' TV, and it like nobody complained about it. I'm sure somebody complained about it. But that's just insane to me that got past the... Because, you know, like, children's cartoon censors are just wild about stopping certain things from getting in. Or... I think better than SpongeBob in terms of that kind of stuff was Animaniacs in the 90s. Like, they got so much adult humor past the censors. It is unbelievable. Some of the stuff they got away with putting in there. Sailor Mouth was the first episode. Okay, did you see somebody like leaked the unedited like audio from that from the recording session before they dubbed over all like the dolphin sounds and everything over the swear words? It's just, I was like, man, like, because you know that like the people that voice these cartoons and like animators and stuff, you know, 100%, they're making like really inappropriate, relatively speaking, really inappropriate like unofficial drawings and like versions of this stuff because you know they got to be bored out of their minds. Like Disney actually has a they've I guess I should be careful about what I say if I'm trying to have quote unquote family friendly stream stuff, but people make some really disturbing I guess you can call it alternative art for those kind of things. It's like, don't let your kids see this. Just don't let them know that exists. That's bad. That's bad news, man. Dude, Ren and Stimpy. That's another thing. I cannot believe that was that was allowed to air where it was. Man, that like, and when you're a kid, you don't notice this stuff because you don't have the frame of knowledge for like what that kind of thing actually means. And then you watch it back as an adult, you're like, how in the world was this allowed to air on TV? Celebrity Deathmatch was amazing. Like some of the stuff that's actually designed for an older audience is really funny. Some of it's just like act straight up garbage, like just stupid bad. But some of that stuff is really good. Rocko's Modern Life had some of those kind of things as well, about the really adult humor that you're not gonna catch as a kid. Cow and Chicken. Oh man, there's some of that stuff. I was like, how did you put that in there? Pretty much anything that aired on kids' TV in the 90s or 2000s. Like the whole concept of Johnny Bravo is like you got like a 30-something-year-old loser dude lives with his mom and his best friend is a 5-year-old girl and he spends the entire show trying to pick up women. Like how did that air on Cartoon Network in the kids programming block? It's such an absurd concept for a show, but it worked and people remember it. And it's quotable. Yep, Drexus. That is the exact episode of Animaniacs I was specifically thinking of when I made that comment. Yeah, it's nuts, man. I can't believe what they got away with. I didn't watch very much of the reboot, but I don't think they would have ever been able to recapture that same thing. I guess I think the Germans have a word for it called a Zeitgeist, like which the exact translation probably isn't exactly what I'm thinking it is, but I understand it to mean like a product of like a snapshot in time, like a ghost of time kind of thing. Hello, nurse. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Dexter's Lab had it every single thing had that in there. It is nuts. It's nuts what they got through. Pretty much, honestly, pretty much anything that aired, like original content that aired on like a Cartoon Network or a Disney Channel stuff. No, okay, Disney censors are like, you're not getting anything past those guys. But the Nickelodeon and the Cartoon Network stuff in the 90s, early 2000s, just like, how how did this air on kids TV? What's other stuff? And then you get into like international media, and they're like, okay, well they don't have as much of like an uptight censorship board in a lot of places, not all of them, but more stuff gets through, and then people just don't think anything about it because they're not as, I guess, socially conservative of a media society as America was at that point. Little Mermaid, like, yeah, okay, there's a lot of that stuff. Pretty much any one of those like kind of kids movies deals. But I think on average, like the overt insertion of, I guess we could say, adult humor is definitely more prevalent in, say, like a DreamWorks film versus a Disney thing. Yep. Let's see, what else? Here I go again, not playing the game. That's fine. I need rotors. I need to get more rotors made. That's honestly what I should have been doing this whole time with all of these rods. Because I know this over here is making rods. So we probably... Oh, I'm not gonna make it up here, am I? Nope, we're good. I have all these rods getting made. I need to finish this building. And then I need to probably just make rotors, but I'm not sure if I should just store all these on site here. Or just go in and build another factory next door for rotors. I don't know, I kind of don't want to mess with all that. Yep. See, oh man, home movies was nuts. That was hilarious. Where's my... Oh, screws are over here. Venture Brothers was good. I think they have another... Did they do like another season of that? Or like a reboot or something? But yeah, home movies, I specifically remember as being one of those kind of like formative experiences of like, what in the world is this? Because I don't know, I was like 12 years old. I didn't know what any of that was. But it was all pretty funny stuff. And then you go back as an adult, you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. So we'll probably wrap up here in a little bit. I just want to make some more of these rotors and then try to get on the road to the 200 motors here. The 50 computers is going to take us a little while, but we have all the processes in place to do it, which is nice. Depending on how we have our supply stuff coming in, we might even be able to make one of those manufacturers into a computer producer. I've got 70 rotors left to make. That's going to take a while. All right. So I guess since we're all here, how many of you would want to see another Satisfactory stream tomorrow night? Tomorrow being Sunday, Sunday evening Eastern Daylight Time, which would be probably about the same start time as this one was, about 8:30ish p.m. my time. Or would you want to see something else? Because at this point, I'm not going to have time to make a video for tomorrow, so there won't be any Iron Teeth Timberborn video in the morning. But I just want to do something on a weekend day. Sounds fantastic to me. All right, good to hear. Well, you always show up anyway. You're a very reliable viewer. I appreciate it. Because now that we have the tier 7 and 8 unlocked, we can get into doing some pretty fun stuff. Go explore, find bauxite, and set up aluminum factories and everything. Transport Fever is fun, yeah. I feel like the replayability of Transport Fever isn't really that high in terms of like stream value, because at some point it's just the same gameplay loop over and over and over and over again. There's not that much room for creativity with it. But that'd be fun to go back and revisit again. Campaign mode, no, that was garbage. But the free play one's fun. Yeah, you've been around a long time. Oh, you know what I forgot? Well, it's not a kids show specifically. Clone High was really funny. I know they did a reboot of that. I haven't watched any of the new stuff. But this like the funniest one is like the nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys, and then he flips his car over. Fantastic show. Really, really funny stuff. Where's my... I got turned around. Where am I supposed to go with this? So I've got rotors. Okay, here it is. I think. No, that's not it. Alright, it was literally this one right here. Okay, so that's making motors. That'll make 50. A full stack of 50. We already have it coming out of here. Did I ever stop the smart plating? I think I did. I just have to make sure. Yes, so why... Wait, hold on. The machine's paused. So why is it animating still? That's weird. Now I forgot what I was looking for. This doesn't need to make modular engines anymore. Well, for all I know, I could have to make modular engines for all of those things, but this This was set up for the adaptive control units. Computers needs the cables, which we already have. Circuit boards, which were already a component of this going in there. Plastic and screws. Yeah, we can automate. Pretty easy. Then all I have to do instead is take this out. Yeah, and then I already have, yeah, I've already got the boxes here. I can just pop this in. Nice and easy. How many, I guess that's in place. I can just pull this out, and then I can swap this over to be cables. Let's take that out. That can be all cables, except I'll keep a stack so I can still make stuff. Then this can just go in to there. So that will be cables feeding directly into here. It needs how many per minute? 22 and a half. So the only thing it needs more than a Mark 1 belt for is the screws. Courage the Cowardly Dog, that was, yeah. That first came out, I think I was, I don't know, I could have been like 10 or something. That was, it wasn't like nightmare fuel for me so much as it was just like really weird. Like creepy, but not like the nightmare kind of creepy. Yeah, the duck was funny. Every time I think of Courage the Cowardly Dog, I just think of the episode where the Ramses is like, return the slab. It was like, it never made any sense. It was just one of those weird, funny things. All right, cables, circuit boards. So I need to have a thing for circuit boards. So the circuit boards are already coming out of this, or they will be, so I can just make some spaghetti here and have that go in directly. Circuit boards. The plastic goes into the circuit boards and also in here, so guess what? We can make some more spaghetti, put a splitter right there. I actually could probably make this on plane, or roughly on plane would be fine. How much plastic did it need? 45 per minute, and that makes 2.5 computers per minute. I can always upgrade the belt if I want to speed it up. That's going to get plastic in, and then screws we know are coming in from all the way over here. Is that empty? Which one of these is for screws? I think it's this long one here. That's going to have to be a super, super long. Oh, good. I have 400 something of these. Yep, that's what we want. So that's got to go all the way over there. I will put this here. Then we'll just super spaghetti everything here. Come on, attach, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah, here we go. I just build this on top of this super ugly. Floor is too steep. What do you mean it's too steep? Can I, oh, I can. Do I have to have it actually elevated? No, this how it works. Yeah, Eustace. The older I get, the more I understand Eustace, the more I understand Squidward. It's like, all right, I get you now. I didn't appreciate you as a kid. I wasn't familiar with your game. Whatever that meme is. Is this going to let me attach this? Okay, I just got to get it in the right spot. There we go. And that's going to be screws directly in. I think we might actually be able to make this happen as soon as we have screws actually come in. Fully automated computers, which stack up to 50, so I'm not going to worry about an output. So I guess I just need to go unclog the screw factory thing. Boy, look at all this. Look at this spaghetti, man. So much spaghetti. The more you know, the more you understand. Absolutely correct. And what astounds me about so much of this is just how well the characters are written. I think people are really quick sometimes to dismiss animation as just a medium for kids to have like shallow, stupid things that don't mean anything. Like even like the basic cartoons are like they're people who went to school for film writing, and that's what they're doing with their degree is they're writing those stories. It's still, well, for now at least, there's still a human being behind it. Nobody wants to make garbage. They're going to put fun stuff in there. So you can find so much value in these things. And I think a lot of people tend to just dismiss it for whatever reason. So I've developed a nice appreciation for a lot of this stuff. It's been fun to follow it. See all sorts of other things come out here. So I've got, oh, here's all the screws. They got caught behind the steel pipes. But now once that's done, we should have tons of, oh, you stupid idiots. Yeah, get that out of here. Go all the way up there. Yeah, I think that is part of the deal. Is the Saturday morning cartoons, a lot of them were just like, absolutely no value whatsoever. Just literally designed to sell toys and that's it. But even so, like some of those actually ended up being pretty funny. But if you you approach animation as a medium that can tell stories and not just bind it into some like narrow definition of whatever preconceived notion, there's a lot of really good stuff. I think people are coming to appreciate that a lot more these days. But I don't know, 10, 20, 30 years ago, no. Anything animated, someone's like, oh, it's some stupid thing for kids to rot their brain. It's like, well, there's a lot of good stories out there. Yep, sell cereal. Yeah, that was the big one, was the toys and the cereal. I don't know when they stopped that. But that was always fun. Like, you go to the store and you see the cereal on the shelf and it has, like, some stupid piece of garbage plastic and it's like, you don't need that, but you want it because you saw it on the TV, or it's like a decoder ring or the little tiny mini CD with a game demo on it. Like, that's fun stuff. Yeah, Futurama's fantastic. I did not watch Lower Decks, but I heard it was good. Yeah, we're automated computers. We made that happen. That's cool. And it was something we probably could have done a long time ago. We just didn't want to bother with it. But I think we're in a pretty good spot now with it. I just need to put in some more cables. We really need to get cables brought out from that factory directly into here. But for right now, stuff seems to be working out fine. I just want to make sure I have enough cables in here to actually do stuff. Go recycle some stuff, and then I definitely need to get off so I can go take care of everything else I had to do today before I go to bed. But it's so much fun to just hang out and chat, playing games and stuff. I really, really do enjoy this, and I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, let's get rid of these stators. That I don't need. What else? Get rid of that. Now that we're making a bunch of these rods, that's probably fine. Yeah, that should work. All right, see you, Drexus. Sorry, I didn't notice that you were saying goodbye. Or no, that's Devilish. I'm sorry, I misread the abbreviation. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah, okay. It's a completely new level of like storytelling, attention to detail when you bring anime into the equation. And that's another thing that kind of makes me mad, is that people think it's all just like idiots on 4chan doing whatever they're going to do with the questionable content stuff. There is a lot of really incredible storytelling that people just write off. Yeah, I've heard about Grave of the Fireflies. I don't know that I'm emotionally ready to watch that kind of thing. There's a certain point, certain kind of mood you have to be into to be receptive to certain things. Yeah, 4chan is a plague upon society. It's just absolutely vile stuff that comes out of that. Not universally, but there's enough bad. Like, for the life of me, I'm never going to figure out how K-On got associated with neo-Nazis. I really am. I'm never going to understand it. If you're not familiar with the show, it is literally high school girls playing music in a band after school, and they eat cake. There's literally no objectionable content at all. Okay, there might be a couple things that would make you go, okay, maybe not, but it's absolutely nothing related to like super nationalism propaganda or whatever. It's just a silly story kind of thing. I don't know how that got adopted the way it did, but never is going to make sense to me. So now you can't talk about that to anybody who hasn't had any sort of experience watching the thing or actually knowing what it's about, because automatically you talk about that, oh, well, you're one of those 4chan neo-Nazi people. Stop it. That's not what it's about. Man, people can just be so stupid on the internet. We talked about that to death though at the beginning of the stream. I'm just glad you guys are good people. It's always fun to hang out with you. We have a nice time just chilling, enjoying each other's company. Oh, I was talking about people misunderstanding media, specifically with regard to how somehow 4chan equated the K-On! Anime with neo-Nazis. I have never been able to figure it out. I guess it's just idiots being edgy online. Ruined it for everybody else. But I digress. That's enough of that. We can go and do other stuff. And I got to get out of here so I can take care of all my other stuff to do the rest of tonight. But yep. Not familiar with anime, that's probably for the best. if you don't want to fall down that rabbit hole. But there is a lot of really good stuff. There's a lot of really stupid garbage too. You gotta learn how to filter out your nonsense. But if you are interested in certain any type of subculture thing, any type of sports, any type of just random interest or hobby, I guarantee you there's something out there that one of those studios has made that's probably pretty good. It's just that a lot of people on the internet tend to focus on the really stupid stuff or the really like unnecessarily perverse, I guess you could call it merchandise bait, where the people just want to whatever you do with that stuff. I am not playing Doki Doki Literature Club on screen. we're not going there. It's the animation style that bothers me. I have no idea why. They're all different. I don't know. I personally like it better than most of the American style stuff that's like super distorted, weird with like the thick lines and stuff everywhere. I don't know. To each his own. There's plenty of different styles of different things. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now and go take care of my stuff. I appreciate you guys being here. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. And if you can come by again tomorrow night, same time, same place, that would be fun. If not, that's fine too, and we'll see you on Tuesday's video. Yep, take care, friends. See you later.